Testing 1 2 1 2. What's good, everybody? This your boy Slick 50, man. Happy Friday to everybody in the chat, man. That's what I'm talking about. Show up and show out. Salutes first on the block. You hear me? Mark Wynn, my boy from down under. What's good, man? What's good? B, what's happening, baby? DJ and this thing, my other brother from down under. Salutes to you and Mark Wynn for showing up all the way from Australia, man. We global. Let's get it. You know what I'm saying? Man, yo. Today I'm going to be testing some stuff out at the same time. The LA Bandit from LA to KC. They got 913 boxer. What's good, bro? Go check my boy out too. You know what I'm saying? Great content. More content coming soon. You know what to do. Man, happy Friday. I hope everybody hydrated before they get their drink on, smoke on, whatever you do. You know what I'm talking about? I'm in a good mood. Ready to talk some boxing. All the stuff that's going on between Brian Norman, Jaron Ennis, Shakur Stevens signing his 2-fight deal to Matchroom. We got a lot to cover. Who capping, who ain't capping, you know what I'm saying? So we definitely gonna get into all of that. You did. We're gonna get to all that. But before we get into all that, you need to do everything you say right here. Make sure you like and definitely hit that subscribe button. Disclaimer for everybody who isn't subscribed, like, why can't I get in the chat? Hit the subscribe button. I'm starting to get a lot of trolls over here, and I gotta get that under control. Couple trolls got me flagged because what they typing. So, you know what I'm saying? Yo, if you subscribe, you can say what you want. You know what I'm saying? I mean, as long as it ain't crazy, because I still boot you out. But I get to keep somewhat things on the leash, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is, man. Let's get to it, man. All right. E-Dub in here too. What's good, baby? What's happening? I see my guy down there, the one and only. If you don't get your ass up in this motherfucker, man. What's good, boy? That boy heavy bag, man. What's good, baby?
What up, boss?
Okay, there it goes. Like, I hear sound effects. I don't hear you. What's going on, bro? What's happening?
In the building. Good, man. Enjoying this Friday, man. Ready to talk this Ennis and Norman, man. Gosh,
yeah, man. It's a lot, bro. Man, I don't know how to go with it. I hear it from both ways. I get both sides. Somebody capping. But that's me. That's how I'm feeling about it.
Somebody could very well be capping, but everybody could be telling the truth too at the same time.
It's a culprit in the middle somewhere, bro.
Sometimes the culprit is miscommunication. You know I want to give everybody the benefit of the doubt, but you could very well be right, Slick.
Yeah, man. I'm looking at it because I've been watching a bunch of stuff, man. I'm like, see, people just talk. You let them talk. Just let them talk. I'm going to be 100%. Just going to get into this shit, goddamn. You have my little thing I'm going to put up in the screen. Like I said, y'all, bear with me. I'm testing some new stuff, bro. Some new stuff I came up with. But, yeah, man, I think Eddie capping. I do. I think Eddie capping, bro. I don't think Eddie said nobody nothing. You know, salutes to Eddie, though, because that's why I like Eddie, man. He the promoter out there that's going to get shit stirring. He gonna get that's his job. And I was already feeling it. So Sluice and I putting that shit in the chat. I don't know if you watched that with Andre Ward and Eddie Hearn. They had a
I gotta sit down and watch that.
Okay. Yeah, you definitely watched that. So it was this thing they was going back and forth of what a promoter should do, you know what I'm saying? Why they do it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And Eddie, hey, exercise equipment on deck. If you ain't got it, go get it. You hang around long enough, you gonna know the code words. You gonna know what exercise equipment is and passion is. All right, stick around for it. But Eddie with the shits, bro, and that's why I always liked Eddie. You know what I'm saying? But Eddie told that man straight up, "Hey man, I get it. Y'all don't want to do this. Y'all don't want to do that. But guess what? This is entertainment.
No doubt.
This is a business. This is a show. You get what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
At the why DJ said why you getting lives ads on live? That's what YouTube do, fam. If you're not paying for that premium, that YouTube premium, you gonna get ads. You know what I mean? Straight up, you gonna get ads. They cracking down on that. You know what I mean? But and I'm sorry for that, bro. But that's how they pay their bills and some of mine. But look.
Facts.
So just like you wash your ass, watch them ads. All right. but yeah, so he was just trying to explain to him like this is a business, bro. And he was like, so like when you was in Terrence Crawford, that little spat they had, he was like, I wasn't Terrence, I like Terrence. I want people to see Terrence for who he really is and this and that third with the kids. He real competitive. And he was like, you could market that. But he don't want to do that in front of the camera. So in so many words, he was like, fuck that. I'm finna start some shit. You know what I'm saying? To get this shit on camera. And he said he did the same thing with Big Baby Anderson.
Yo.
He was trying to explain to him, that shit you talking, let them see you talk that shit. You know what I'm saying? He was like, I did to him too. Fuck that. You know what I'm saying? Like, this builds character and it builds narratives and all that. So after hearing that shit, and then I said, yeah, that nigga lying.
Yeah.
Everybody ain't pointing the finger at the wrong person. Stanione said, man, you ain't send me shit. You sent me, and if it was peanuts. You know what I'm saying? My manager ain't gonna come to me with that. No.
Stanione said he sent them or
rubble.
Yeah, he sent them rubble. So he sent them offer, but it was bullshit. Yeah. And let me say this real quick. When I hit senior, he told me that they had sent the offer, but it was a bullshit offer.
Right.
You know what I mean? So they countered that offer. Then they sent another bullshit offer. Right. And they countered that offer. So to me, when Eddie says I sent these guys offers, I think he's telling the truth. But it's the same old negotiation tactics from the beginning of time. You start off with a low ball and you work your way up.
Right. I think he sent the first one, but what he's saying, Eddie's saying now, he sent them. He said I sent the offer, and he ain't got no counter offer at all. And you know what I'm saying. And at first he said it was 2. Then now he on somebody else shit saying, oh. We sent the offer, but we ain't got no offer, no counter, no counter. You see what I'm saying, bro? This dude right here know what he's doing.
It's like gonna not get a counter, but you sent 2 offers. Yeah. The second offer was to count to reply to the first counter.
Let me tell you something. Eddie trying to save face between his fighter. I'll tell you, either Eddie the culprit or it's Brian Norman manager that gets the paperwork. I watched Brian Norman. I forgot the name he said, but it's a lady that handles it. You know what I'm saying? And he said he called and said make it happen. If they send something, let me know. He said she ain't called me. She told me that not called. He was over there on Najee stuff on Cigar Talk. Salute to Najee. But so I'm just like this dude right here because he was somewhere else and he was like, dang, I had it on my phone on Twitter where he was like what did he say? He said something to the order of, so if you sent the counter offer, you need to hurry up, send it so we can make this happen, or whatever the case may be. And I'm like, man, just a minute ago you said, you know what I'm saying? You said it, and now you saying you ain't got no counter offer. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's bullshit, man. He told on himself. He fucked up. That's what he fucked up.
Yeah, man, he capping. Eddie big capping, trying to save face, man. I think what he said is, what he's trying to do, to be honest with you, it's all in front of games with him because, like I said, he's been doing this for 15 years, man, and he had some great examples. And I had to really, really, you know what I'm saying, come first. I was like bullshit, but then I thought like, you right. He was like Bob been there or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? And he spearheaded it. You know what I'm saying? But he's 93. He not ready to put his foot down on the pedal no more. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And he was like, look at Terrence. He put him on a pay-per-view and he failed. He was like, you heard what he said. Before I put Terrence on pay-per-view again, I'll buy another mansion. And he was like, but for real, he was not promoted right. Yeah. He was like, they should have promoted him right, then did that. He was like, so that's where I come in at. Like, I see them, and he was like, and I know these guys. Like, I like, fighters. You like to get to know them, talk to them. It's part of the game. So I know your personality, this and the third. So in his mind right now, it's like it's our time. This is why he make the move with Shakur. He said about Shakur with his personality, strong personality, he should have been promoted way better, or whatever the case may be. And he's just looking at these fighters like, this is where it's at, and this is how I'm gonna play the game. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we got somebody coming up in this thing, man.
Salute Blaze, real quick. Shout out Blaze in the chat, man. I appreciate you coming back. DJ Chappelle, everybody. Keywan catching a live. What up, Keywan? Salute, my brother.
What's good, everybody? All the way from LA to KC, that boy 913. What's going on, boy?
Man, salute, fellas. Salute. Man, that motherfucker a slick mouth motherfucker, ain't he, bro?
Yeah, he is, bro. He funny, bro.
Bro, this nigga was dodging questions, but Dre was getting them out of him, though.
Hey, Drake, hey, but some of that shit, though, that's why I was just telling Heavy, bro. He got to watch it. Eddie was keeping it 100, though.
Yeah, I got to check it out.
Eddie ain't no punk. I give it Eddie.
Put it in the chat. You ain't get time to look at it here?
No, I didn't, man. I literally just walked in the house, man, and got slick notification.
Oh, yeah. They working now, huh? That's what it do. That's what it do, goddamn me, shoot. But yeah, man, Eddie wasn't being no punk. Like, Andre was doing this thing, you know what I'm saying? But he was, some of them he was trying to like lay off a bit, but he was bringing it to, I like that he was using Andre as an example, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And all that stuff.
You know what, fellas? It's like a puzzle. And just our little network of homies to be on YouTube, slowly the puzzle has been put together. Now, keep in mind, bro, y'all just had a Brian Norman Sr. interview, you know what I mean, days ago.
Yeah.
I don't even think it was a week ago. You know what I'm saying?
Nah.
Maybe a week or so. And then all this shit come out. And slowly we starting to see, like, and then you talk to Eddie Hearn and get this angle from him. I know the pieces of the puzzle, man. Eddie bullshit.
Yeah. He said it in that interview. See, that's what, remember, y'all know my saying. Y'all mess with me long enough, y'all gonna hear it over and over again. You let a person talk, they gonna hang themselves, bro.
Yeah.
That interview, he made it clear as day. Hey, man.
Eddie wanted to just, here's the thing. He's got to continue to make Boots look like the boogeyman.
Yeah.
He got to continue to build that profile, build that persona. So he sent the bullshit offers and said, hey, I sent everybody offers. Look at these. I sent the offers. I sent these niggas offers. And then he reports back to Boost. Hey, Boost, I done sent everybody offers, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what it is. Ain't nobody accepted. Knowing that all of the offers was bullshit. You know what I mean?
He doing that because he know don't nobody want to see Boost
and
fight Karen.
And I swear on everything I love, that's the first thing Senior told me. He said, listen, the offer was bullshit. You know what I mean? He's like, yo, my son's the champion of the world. He's the full champ now, and he sent us some peanuts.
Yeah. I heard it. I seen your mouth too. I forgot where it was. I want to say it was over there on Mill City. I could be wrong, but he said the first offer, he was like, fuck yeah, fuck that, take that shit. And then he said their manager was like, fuck nah, you about to go to Philly? You finna be on his land? Like, no, that's not, no. You know what I'm saying? No, you're not taking that shit.
Salute AI Money. What up?
I agree, bro. Salute to them, bro, because I just got turned on to them. And I watch a lot of dudes on YouTube while I be working and shit. And I just got turned on to them. And them dudes, him and Zab be cooking with hot grease. They gonna get that truth out of you, bro.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. That's a fact. Bro. Salute AI Money, man.
Don't give a fuck.
Showing that love. But yeah, man, no, Zab don't, man. Zab, hey, Zab be listening, and as soon as you say some bullshit, he be like, he be fucking me up with that shit, bro. Yeah, he do. He put that ball in that camera, listen, so I look like, what you say?
Let me ask y'all this, dude.
Yeah.
Do you actually think that this fight is gonna happen next?
No.
I don't know.
You don't think so?
Nah.
I don't know.
No. I would like for it. Only reason I say no is because I don't know why my TV just popped on out of no damn where, but I think it's true. The part that is 100% true is Brian Norman Sr. when he said that he had already had talks with Bozy about them two unifying, making it the biggest fight. So I don't, and that's the part that kills me because then there's disconnect somewhere between Bozy and his son, or whatever the case may be, where that talk should have been perceived. Because when they talked to what was it, YSM, like Boots didn't mention none of that. Like, you know what I'm saying? And if you had that talk with Bozy, you would think Bozy would have told his son, like, yo, this is the plan we want to do. You know what I mean? Now, for me, I was like, bullshit. I don't, even when I first heard it, you know what I'm saying, from Brian Norman Sr., like, I don't like that playing out shit. If y'all supposed to hit next, just hit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But at the same time, if that was a plan, it just showed that there's some disconnect noise. But I do believe that conversation is real. Because that's the only piece that's consistent.
Yeah.
That is the only piece out this story that's consistent.
Yeah, that's what's got legs for sure.
Yeah, from all parties. From all parties. Yeah.
You don't think so neither, 9?
You there, 9?
9 might be doing something. Let me say this.
I mean, bro,
okay,
I'm
go
here.
ahead.
Yeah. But what was y'all saying? I was busy running my mouth to somebody else on me.
I was asking, do you think this fight actually happens next?
You know what? I don't know. Because boxing is so shady nowadays. I think it should happen. I think it would be it's nothing wrong with two young fighters getting it on. Sort of like I'm thinking about like a young Roy Jones and a young B-Hop. And then you go back to the drawing board, and then you get your weight up and y'all may get a dope ass rematch later on. I think that this shit should be settled now.
Yes. Why are you young? And whoever lose 3-4 years down the line, you gonna get it right back. And they not old, and they still, you know what I'm saying?
And that's why I think it. Listen, at this point, we ain't never. Now I done seen a few of the videos now on different channels with Junior talking. We ain't never seen nobody talking to Junior or talking to Boots the way Junior's talking to Boots. Yeah. And sometimes pride enter the room. And when that pride enter the room, your boy Boots probably like, listen, Eddie, you heard how this nigga talking reckless?
Right.
He talking real reckless.
Real slick.
Set that up right now. I need that. You feel me?
So, hold on real quick.
For me, I think this fight just might happen, man. Because it's either this or we got Boots versus Shaka Khan. Don't nobody want to see that shit again.
Yeah.
Give me B Norm. Get this unification shit popping at 47. It already ain't no names down there. We don't want to see these champions fight nobody else. God damn it. Set the unifications up.
Right.
For me, I think this fight is very real and I think it might just happen next.
Yeah, if it can, I'm with it. But if I just had, because like, the only reason I'm saying I don't think so is because how passionate, when we heard how Brian Norman, he said that line over and over again in the interview when he was over here with us, right? And I was like, okay, so that's what they really think. And it's cool to think about the future like that. You know what I'm saying? And then to hear when he said that he called Bose, he was like, yo, we up next. We gon', and he said, Bose like, no, that ain't what we talked about. You know what I'm saying? That ain't it. So I don't know. I just kind of think that, but I don't know, because it's not just solely up there. Top Rank got to jump in it too. They is signed. So hopefully it can go on the end, because it's where there was Brian Norman at, because he made me kind of doubtful on the Top Rank side. I can't remember where he was, but I was watching it yesterday, and he was saying that he was like, let's be for real. He was like, yeah, Boots, he got the backing. You know what I'm saying? He got the money over there, and he was like, and then we with Top Rank. He said, but let's be clear. He said, let's be real about it though. They kind of served us up.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So for him to know
real quick, Slick, put the link in the chat. Let me see. Oh, I might have to put the link in the chat. Hold on, Blaze, I got you.
Yeah, I think you got to do it.
Yeah.
So it'll pop up on your end.
I got you, Bleedo.
But yeah, so like that kind of had me like kind of doubtful. Like, okay, So, which we kind of figured that, but at the same time, though, he know it. So it's kind of like, damn, you know what I mean? Do he think, do he feel like Top Rank got their back? Like, is Top Rank gonna help them go for that fight? You know what I'm saying? Give the green light, so to speak. You know what I mean? Because both parties got to work together. So you don't want one side halting it, because Brian Norman could want it. Brian the Senior could want it. Eddie could want it. Boost could want it. Top Rank don't want it. Both parties got to work together. You know what I'm saying?
I'm back, fellas. But yeah, like I was saying, man, like this is a bad look. If Boots does not take this fight, when he's so adamant about making the fight, and I mean the Normans are so adamant about making this fight, then you've already started your championship reign on a bad note, bro. And that's not a good look. You already came through the door ducking now. You know what I mean? And that's not a good look.
Now, I want to ask y'all this. Do you think this type of talk is good to be out in the air, though, like this? About contracts going back and forth?
See if that works, boys.
Like it, but it is what it is.
What'd you say, Nine?
I never like it, bro, but it is what it is. You know what I mean? I like to hear this part of the deal. I just want to see the fight, nothing more, nothing less. But at the same time, though, and, you know, back up against the wall, the Normans know the game, bro. So they saying, okay, I will not be ducked. I will not be pent up like a bad guy. Because, you know, Boots is the popular fighter. He got Gilly and them. He got like a whole bunch of people that really fuck with him. So this is their only lines of defense, is to put the shit on blast. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it is what it is. I don't like it, but I understand it.
Got you. Yeah, I don't like it like that neither. At the end of the day, I really don't. For is like, I feel like sometimes everything just don't need to be out. You know what I'm saying? For this contract, I just be wanting to know, like, just like you said, when y'all figure it out, let the world know. Because once you string fans along too long, it's like you could spark interest, but then you also can kill it by doing so. Because then when it really have people like, I ain't worried about it till I see it happen. You know what I'm saying?
Well, fellas, y'all question though, man. Like, I feel like ever since, like, kind of like the Mayweather Pacquiao shit, boxing has had to have like that one fight out there that they have to over marinate. You know what I mean? And I feel like right now, since the since the Spence and Crawford business is over with, right? I feel like they're looking for the next fight, that be it Shakur versus Tank, or, you know, Norman versus Boots or whatever. They're looking for the next fight to, you know, kind of dangle in front of our face like a fishing hook. You know what I mean? Just, you know, they're not, both sides have no intention of making. And I hope that's not the case either, though, bro.
Yeah. I think they want to make it, but I just think I think Eddie know that nobody wants to see Boots fight Karen. He trying to save face with that. At the same time, seeing how much buzz is really behind these two fighting. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, bro, I'm not saying both sides as in both fighters. I'm saying promotions, the business is going to let it marinate. You know, fighters want to fight. Shit, them niggas been fighting since they was 8, 9, 10 years old. They don't have no problem with it. You know what I mean? But it's the business, the suits. You know what I mean? The promotional companies, the networks, all this other bullshit that this is a sport, bro. We not trying to hear about that shit.
Right.
You know what I mean? But I think those are the guys that be holding up the fights.
Yeah, salute to Brian Norman, because I ain't gonna lie, I like the way he jumped on that shit. Yeah, it's cool, fine, dandy about that contract shit, but I ain't like the way he said that shit. I like, that's me, boy. I don't like how that came off. He was talking like he was a big dog, so we can get with it. I like that.
I think quick, DJ, hell no. I never promised you Canelo would fight Benavidez. I always said he wouldn't. A year ago? Nah.
Speaking of that, bro, have y'all heard? Shit. Benavidez, people just dropped the thing and said that he got a broke rib. He's gonna be out in December. Yeah.
That's what's being reported, that David Benavidez has a broke rib.
Yep.
What?
I just heard they was talking about putting together his fight for December.
Yeah, they said he won't be back until with his broke rib.
Damn. That's not a good sign
to me.
That's not a good sign with that weight. You know what I'm saying? Salutes, man. We got a new guy on the panel, man. Salutes to Blaze, man. What's good, bro?
I got Blaze. What up, boy?
Salute.
Appreciate you spinning the block, man. This is Blaze second time fucking with me.
Yeah. We got one more. That boy Blaze, did you drop off? You still there, Blaze? Okay, it's another one. All right, we got Punch Drunk coming up this thing, man. We know who he is.
That's our brother.
He ready to punch. Let's get it.
Peace,
Punch. All right, let me take this.
Fellas, what's good?
All right, there go Blaze. Salute. We can't hear you, fam. We can't hear you.
Hit the mute button, Blaze. Take yourself off mute.
I don't think he on. It's not showing you on mute over here. Your phone on mute. You go out, come back in. I think I know what it is. I gotta boot this one. You got two up here. All right. There, let me get rid of that one. But yeah, no, that's crazy right there, though. That's not a good sign, bro. At all. Him to have all that weight, now he breaking ribs.
Yeah. Bro.
That's kind of shaky.
No reason for them to release that shit.
Yeah, why they? But that's the see. I hate you just said that.
That's the Al Heyman.
That's Al Heyman.
We know the drill, bro.
Right, the injury reserve list. Try to find somebody I really want you in the ring with.
You know, like back in the day, the old WWE fighters and shit, the motherfuckers get hit with a steel chair and they fuck around and broke their ribs and they be gone for like a month or so. But really, though, that's a low key though fake way of them having like a vacation.
Mm-hmm. That boy crazy, bro. You there, Blaze?
Peace, y'all. Can y'all hear me?
Yes, sir.
Come on. What up, Heavy?
What up, fam? I appreciate you swinging back through.
Absolutely. I'm glad to be on the show. I definitely wanted to pop it about that Boots and Brian Norman fight.
We still on it? Yeah, we still on
absolutely.
it.
Hit us with it.
Yeah, my position is that it should marinate. I think what happens is that, you know, like you said, the egos clash. And so with the social media, it gets in the way, and the reporting gets in the way of the business because the dads talked. You know, I talked to Brian Norman Sr. himself on another channel, and he's just like he was on your channel when I was in the chat telling you that he talked to Bozy. They said, look, we set it up for Undisputed. This is the most money we both make, right? But when you got reports and these men is boxers and they champions and the consensus is they the top two, right? That's what gets in the way. So when these reports are saying and you put Duck, they ain't gonna put no smut on their name. Their name is their names. And so they don't want the narratives out there. And so them boxers is like, let's be very clear, I'll fight now. And it goes to I'll fight now to, y'all thinking I'm ducking, like let's fight now, when that ain't the business form. And so for me, it's like here's my thing, because I want to see the fight, but my honest opinion is Brian Norman Jr. is not ready yet. I think he needs to get some more bouts under his belt, get a mandatory challenger, fight somebody good, but he needs to work on some defense because them punches that he took in that last fight, he's not going to be able to withstand them from the likes of Boots. He's going to get put away if he leaves those holes.
Well, he claimed today that when he sparred Boots, they was like pillows.
I mean, listen, we ain't gonna we know like, that these are the same narratives we seen with previous fighters talking about they sparring or their amateur record or whatever. Yeah. That don't matter right now. They're at 147 right now and they both titleists, right? That's what matters is getting into that ring. All that sparring and what happened in the past, that don't mean nothing now. This is lights, camera, action. And so, I listened to Brian Norman Sr., right? I listened to what he said. Right, because that's we hearing out the horse's mouth, right? You hear him and Bozy talking. You hear Eddie Hearn instigating. He can instigate that and pump fake us and no, it won't be till next year or the fight after that. That gets it started. That's just good. That's promotion. That creates a long narrative. Remember Bud and Spence? Bud challenged him before he even got to Jeff Horn, and Spence told him, "Hey, go, you get a belt before you talk to me." Then he got a belt and was chasing him. So these is long narratives in the making. that would make these particular fights. So when I'm looking at it, and then I'm looking at the top rank that with Brian Norman, Jr., their deal over there, his dad said like they thought they was coughing Brian Norman Jr. up. They didn't think he was gonna pull it out. You feel me? And he pulled it out, and then now they be like, T.O. in their way, because they're scheduling T.O. fights around when Norman Jr. can get active. And so it's almost like a call out on T.O. like, what's up? 147 in-house top rank. Then that builds Brian Norman Jr.'s name up if he fight T.O. You feel me? So it's like there's a lot of me. I want to see the fight, but I don't need to see it now. And that's the thing with this age where, it's a gift and a curse. We love the platforms. That's why I show up on the boxing platforms. I need y'all to have something to talk about. But in between all these fights, remember, we used to just, like you said earlier, G, you just wait. We just want to see it. We don't want to see the sausage, the offers and all that. We don't need that. We don't care. That doesn't matter when you step into that ring. We just want to say, hey, y'all made it official and we got a date. And, those of us that are non-casuals going to want to see it regardless of what the opinions is. So, that's just my take. Like I said, to just sum it up, I want to see it, but I don't want to see it now. I think them guys build their branding up, and then it becomes a bigger fight, and it's generational wealth for both families. And with that, I'm complete.
Word. And I think from your perspective, you understand the business of it as far as letting it marinate, them making that bread. And the only pushback I got is it's hard when you got a depleted 147-pound division.
True.
Because in the meantime, who are these guys? They're going to fight. Because you can say the same about all of the champions right now.
Then force the unifications, though, Heavy. Because think if it's flat, right, then they're the A side.
That's what they're doing.
You see what I'm saying? But that's what I'm saying. So that's the next step, right? That's the whole point. Like I'm believing in Norman Sr. and Bozy, right? They talked as men. I'm listening to these black men with their sons, right? They're like, hey, they said they talked about that. Now the business side has to get to that, but as men, they talked about that. You feel me? With their sons, you feel me? And so they're talking about undisputed. Then that's the next step. They both need to go get the other titles, and then
but in the meantime, though, that's the thing.
Like right now, for Boots Ennis, if he's not fighting Norman, he's fighting Karen Shakajan.
But look, here's my thing with Kieran, right? Because at first, when I first heard it, I'm like, why the hell would he fight Kieran, right? Like, what's the point? Right. Nobody wants to see that, right? But remember, he just fought. He's staying active, right? And then second, it's an actual mandatory. I wouldn't respect it if he picked Kieran. You feel me? But that's a sanctioning body mandatory fight.
Yeah, no, I get
you. And he can redeem himself with a better performance. Think about if he brings Kieran in here and he knocks him out. Now, real talk, if it's clean money, if he surgically removes him, then that builds up his branding for the next fight.
Right, but
I believe that Norman is the best fighter that Boots will have on his resume and vice versa. And I believe both of them, let's be honest, bro, they both inherited belts that they didn't fight for. You understand what I'm saying? So for them to fight each other right now at this stage, that solidifies one or the other. And the next guy got to go back to the drawing board. All that.
But what I would say, bro, though, is that if they fight somebody else, they both fight somebody else, they can become legitimate. They fought with that belt. They fought for that title.
Norman legitimate.
He can't.
Norman be the number one nigga out there.
Yeah, he can't. But you can't. I can't say Boots is legitimate fighting a guy that he already beat.
I mean, if it's the ranked and it's mandatory within the sanctioning rules,
it's a mandatory. But I mean, it's a mandatory, but still, I get that part. But it's still a guy that he already fought and beat. It's not like a guy that he hasn't seen. So like what I'm saying,
I hear that part. That's why I say get him out of here and fight 3 months later.
I get where you come from. We two peas in the pie, fam. I'm an old school boxing watcher. I remember the days of a big fight and they fight a couple motherfuckers that we didn't know for real. Then you fight a big fight. I'm with that shit. You see what I'm saying? But for us building a fight today, it's totally different. It's not a lot of us dinosaurs no more. You know what I'm saying? It's all about the microwave era, fam. It's all about so like this. When I was talking about contracts being out, stuff like that, that could hurt the potential of this fight. You bringing all this out
and the
now,
ducking too. The so-called ducking that'll put on their name. It'll fuck up their branding.
Right.
Nah, for sure. I hear you.
And then after that, once they die down and they ain't fought, when they start talking about they gonna fight, people gonna be like, all right, whatever. You know what I'm saying? And then now you done all the attention that you had garnered, you done lost. You know what I mean?
And I hear you. That's a cold balance though, because it's almost like you're getting psyched out, right? Because you gotta focus on your branding, and you don't necessarily know what's gonna stick and what's not, but you want to prevent stuff from potentially sticking, right?
Right.
So I get it. But how do you balance that on letting it marinate?
What
letting the bout marinate.
What should have happened? You want to know what should have happened? What should have happened was none of this should have came out. He should have fought Karen. Brian Norman went to his fight. Sat there and watched. Everybody would have been like, damn, why he there? What he there for? And then vice versa. You know what I'm saying? They scouting each other.
But does it stop it? But look, does it stop the branding if they still do that? Like they keep this shit talking going. He gets him out of there. He's there. They step in the ring. Like, I mean, I think it's still. No. If they do it, they get to it.
I don't think you should stop in the ring. See, one thing about it is whisper sells everything. So if Brian Norman's there front row watching that fight, once that bell ring, he don't care who won, just walk out. Everybody's whispering about it. Boots go do the same thing. Go to one of his fights, whispering about it, and that's gonna continue rolling. Once it start getting to that point where they know they finna fight, now you get this guy. Hey man, I want to see you, bro. Even though they know the fight made, you know what I'm saying? It's about selling the fight. But when you start talking about contracts and now you got letting these casuals be managers and shit, and he sent them 2 contracts and this and that and the third, because people hear bits and pieces out of sentences. You know what I'm saying? And then they run with it. It gets shaky then. That's the part I don't like about today's boxing.
And my thing is I don't like it either, but that's the nature of social media and all of that, right? Because if it wasn't there, you know, the youngins could get reined in. But they got access to putting their word out there, to uploading their video. Yeah. Because that's what both teams is saying. I told you they dares talk, but you got the youngest going buck. They don't listen. There are egos involved. They're really talking about look.
Egos
we're really
involved, and it's a social media era. And
absolutely. And all these platforms is talking about they're 1 and 2 now. Exactly. It's just them. It's just them. So it's a forced clash, right? It's just them.
There's not enough
1 and 2.
47 for us to let this fight marinate, bro. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I don't want to see none of that other bullshit.
It's unfortunate because Norman don't win right now. Norman can't. I don't think Norman can beat Boots right now.
Yo, Rock Boots is melon.
I don't think so.
I don't know. I like his attitude though.
The owners to be next, but that shit just not the case. And because of social media, we got to hear Brian Norman Jr. talk big shit.
Right.
This motherfucker just came out and said, "You ain't no big dog long as I'm around. As long as I'm here, you not the big dog."
That's how you supposed to feel, though.
That's how you supposed to feel.
That's how you supposed to feel, bro.
I don't know trap right now. Goddamn it!
I don't know no man that's associated with me that walk outside don't feel like that. You hear me?
Yeah. And then what it said, it's got to be done. That's the problem with these guys. Coming from where these guys come from,
like that, and actually saying it, because you ain't been hearing nobody say no shit like that about Boots. You feel?
So I get it. It's been said now, so it got to be stood on. Right?
Exactly.
They said we're coming from where they come from, right? I'll be understanding if these was different boxers, right? But coming from where they come from.
They in negotiations and the offer's been. So now you talking big shit and the public already knows that there's an offer been said, y'all negotiating. So now we all holding our breath like, yo, we know y'all negotiating. Let's get to a happy medium and get this shit popping.
Yeah, y'all changed my mind now. That point right there, let's say we're be like, it gotta happen now. Just on some real, just on the real, just let your nuts hang.
Whoever pull back first is gonna get looked at as the duck. That's what's gonna happen. Whoever pull back first, that's who's gonna get looked at. If Brian Norman say, "Man, I'm tired of this dude playing. I'm gonna go ahead and fight X, Y, and Z," they're gonna be like, "Brian Norman, duck." Yeah. If Boots come out and say, "Man, they ain't accepted, man. You know, I'm gonna go ahead and fight my mandatory." Guess what they're gonna say about Boots?
But remember what Bud did with Spence. They was playing with the contract. He went and had another fight and said, "What's up? I'm still right here. What's happening?"
But he wanted to stay active, and I argued that point. But I argued the hell out that point. Why I'm gonna sit there and let y'all put me on ice and then want to fight me? Nope, I'm good. I'm gonna go make this quick $10 million.
They did come back and say, "What's happening?"
But he was
so that's what I'm trying to tell you. He was called a duck. Their business right now. But who was you talking about? Bud was called a duck.
He was called a duck for that.
And how long did it last though?
Right.
It didn't last that long.
It didn't
because
last
when he
long.
kicked his ass and came back, it was like, hey, yeah, what's happening?
Yeah.
I just knocked this boy out right here. I bited him, embalming fluid.
But that
he's a nobody still. But what's happening? And that's it. These young boys, they can do it. That's what I'm trying to tell you. It's like we talk about marinating, right? If they get active right now, if they both have a bout and then still talking that talk, then we're not missing nothing. Nobody's taking away from nothing. In fact, it ups their premium. So then what better way to do it is for at least one of them to get a unification bout in. Like I said, that's where it goes with where he can't fight Karen now. It's like, all right, if Boots fight somebody else, it got to be unification. Because then it's like, hey, listen, you ain't nobody just like these other so-called champs is. I'll get you out of here too. You feel me? You got that belt. I want that belt too. So there can be a narrative in which this fight is a great fight if they don't fight now. And that'd be my thing. I'm in the interest of these brothers, man. I'm in the interest of these families, man. You feel me? I don't want to rush it for my just pleasure, right? Because I know what it could be and how it can change lives. These brothers are still on the front end of their careers where they ain't got that pay-per-view money yet.
And I feel you on that, Blaze. I feel you on that. But them niggas, regardless, they still making more than the average nigga. Them families even if Brian Norman for Boots makes $500,000, that's still
man. When you can make it 10, that's the thing.
When you can make it
be 10.
I'm trying to move past the era of marination. I mean, that's how I feel. I loved it back when everybody just fought everybody, and you see that nigga again up the road, it'll still be a big fight.
Right.
Boots and Norman could fight right now, man. It could be a great scrap. It could be a split decision win. They could see each other up the road, and it still would be a big fight, just like Tank and Ryan right now. You know what I mean? It's still a big fight up the road.
Bernard Hopkins, Roy Jones, they fought when they was young.
Right.
The rematch. Tommy Hearns, Sugar Ray Leonard fought when they was young. You know what I'm saying?
Man, I'm not with that marination shit, man.
But
I don't want
I know.
Hey, hold on. Right there with Derek. Shout out to Derek, man. What did he say right there? Top rank not letting the WO belt leave, bro.
But what I'm saying is, if that's the conspiracy, right? But what I'm telling you is this is how Norman Jr. handles it. He challenges T.O. T.O. talk that 147 shit. It's in-house. See, T.O. can't run because it's in-house. That'll be the biggest fight.
But that was supposed to be what they were setting up at first. But they said T.O. don't want it.
Exactly, but what I'm telling you is like that's the only way, and that's why I'd be like people have knocks and people have praises for Top Rank. I was just talking to Tim Bradley earlier today, and he was talking about Bud leaving Top Rank, Mayweather leaving Top Rank. Top Rank still built them a platform for them to ultimately get on.
That's
right?
what it is.
But the other end of the sword is Top Rank will hold you back and won't let you get that belt. They'll protect you.
Well, he owned it. Everybody know he owned the W. Everybody know WO stays there. WA stays with Al.
So then, at what point then does you be inside of Top Rank and they build you up, but then they don't let you. They don't let you live. They don't let you have the fight that is the obvious no-brainer fight, because the obvious no-brainer fight in-house with Top Rank is T.O. versus Brian Norman, because T.O.'s talking that 147 come up shit. So what better thing to do than to fight Brian Norman Jr.? He talking about Crawford. If you want to fight Crawford, all right, call out Brian Norman Jr. Beat him, and then we can say, hey, that he might be on to something with Bud. You feel me? But right now we're like, no, we ain't trying to hear that shit.
Yeah, but that's one thing about Top Rank. Top Rank is good for building fighters, bro. Not keeping them. That's what they do. They the D League of all the promotion companies. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna build you up, pay you to a certain amount, and then when you want more than that, deuces. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody, not one boxer bigger than Top Rank. That's been all the way through history, bro. Look at Floyd Mayweather had to get from behind Diego. You know
exactly. And speaking of Floyd, man, shout out to 98 Floyd. I think he had like 7 bouts that year in 98. Pretty boy Floyd. He went like 5 knockouts. You feel me? That's a different type of era. And when he was at Top Rank, he had to leave Top Rank because Top Rank had De La Hoya, and De La Hoya was making more of the money than Mayweather.
And Diego. They wouldn't. Yeah, they went. He was on his under shit, and he was like, "Fuck that." You know what I'm saying? I gotta go. It was too many. It was
750,000. Became Floyd Mayweather Promotions, 100% of the company, 18 employees. And that's why he is the man he is today if you want to follow the money.
Everybody leaves Top Rank. Once you get to a certain height, Bob not tripping off leaving. That's why he the king of giving you guarantees. He don't mind that. I'll give you a guarantee, but nah, bro, you're not finna go no more than 4 million, 5, if that. You know what I'm saying? You gotta go. It is what it is. That's why it was quick. He had no problem letting Bud go. No problem with it. Every story he ever gonna get,
like he said,
Mikey Garcia wanted more money, and that man said no. He said, I want my contract. He said, I'm not even gonna let you buy it. Mike Garcia had to wait the term of his contract, which was 3 years, to come back. And you saw the star he became when he left. That's just Top Rank way. That's Bob way. Let's say that. You know what I'm saying? It's Bob way. So like at the end of the day, Brian Norman, to be fair, Boots already has a brand. Boots has built this brand. We need to see more Brian Norman. I do agree. Now, this talking from a true fight fan. I would like to see him fight. Like you say, he could fight a mandatory fight and then fight somebody and get a belt. And then they hit. But for this microwave era shit, everybody want now. And I agree with T.O. too. It ain't much at 147 to make no name off of. That's why Eddie keep on, every time Eddie talk about Boots, he gonna fight here a couple more times. I know they want to unify or undisputed, but he gonna go to 154. He got to.
He got to get to 154. That's where all the smoke's at.
147, man.
I know it's unfortunate. It's crazy. It's crazy how it died like that. There's nothing there.
47.
Yep.
I look
if Boots ain't fighting Norman or a unification, I don't give a fuck.
I look at Brian Norman as who's of like a young Sean Porter, and Boots is like a Devin Alexander. You took the fight against him, man, and shit fucked around and won, and big things happened. I just, that over marination shit right now, I think that the way Boots, and I understand what bro is saying too, but if Boots can get past Brian Norman, or if Brian Norman can get past Boots, vice versa, and then unify. The moment you unify, nigga, you'll come to 154 with style and then get your money. And it'll probably be the same amount of fights. Think about it. So go on and make this fight. Because
I agree with you now. And how old is Boots? How old is Boots? 28?
28.
Nigga, his next 3 fights need to be all the belt holders, or you already late to the party.
Well, here's my thing for Boots. What I would want for Boots, if it was up for me, I think Boots go up to 154 and get a title belt, and then he stands in Bud's way, and it's like, I'm right here. Like I believe, and with his frame, he can fill out. He'll be a problem at 154. Think about when he moves up with that frame at 154, bro. We're gonna really have to have some serious discussions when the fight's really there with Bud, because I'm thinking Bud will win. But if he was to go up to 154 and fill out at that weight and get one of them belts and get in the way, then we talking a real discussion right here.
Yeah, that's
Blaze. Did you say he gotta fill out 154?
No, what I'm telling you is that his frame don't carry
there.
He can live at 160. What I'm telling you is that with his moving up, that's what I'm telling you is like he goes up to 154 with that frame and bring his IQ with that and have some power there. He's gonna be a problem. And he switches both ways, like we just seen Madronov. You know what I'm saying? Kind of get with his foot. When shout out to Madronov, he had some great footwork and he gave Bud some trouble. We know Boots can go up there and give Bud some trouble.
So fight Norman now, bro. Get him out the way. You know what I'm saying? Or Norman, get him out the way, because both these kids is not staying at 47 for the whole lifeline. Like, bro, that PBC, Sean Porter, Keith Thurman, Earl Spence staying at 147 for a whole fucking lifetime. Them days is over with. These young dudes is gonna get big, gonna move up, and gonna live the rest of their motherfucking career. So you might as well get this shit over with now. Fight the best competition now. If Norman got the smoke, if Boots got the smoke, man, fuck it, fight. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, get it over. I'm like the old saying, you better get in while he green.
Here's the thing, though. The fight should be made. This is what I can tell you. Like, unless they want to do something different, that fight should be able to be made because they both want it. They both want it. That's the whole point. They both want it. They trainers want it. There ain't no reason why this fight shouldn't be made. And it's at a sense of, it's like you said, it's the best thing there. And like you said, it has an opportunity for in the future to have a rematch. So, I agree with y'all. But what I do see is with these promoters is how they try to protect their O's and they try to build their branding, and they're projecting out to try to maximize the value that you have with the talent that you have. And that's the unfortunate part, like G say, is that the business, we get to see the ugly side of the business. If we don't see it and hear it, then we just wait, and then we see the fights, and then we see it set up how we set up.
Accomplish that shit now, though.
I know, but but my thing with it is like this, bro.
Niggas gonna know the details.
But my thing.
Salute to DJ, y'all. Hold on. Salute to DJ, the man from down under. What's going on, DJ?
What up, fam? Bow.
Gentlemen, how are we?
We good.
All right, DJ.
You better not tell me that's apple juice, Slick.
What'd you say?
Please tell me that's not apple juice you're drinking, just say.
Hell no, I'm exercising, man. I'm exercising. It's the wrong cup for apple juice, sir. The wrong cup for apple juice.
That's that yak. That's that yak glass, man.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah. But I would say this is that the business loses focus from these guys just focusing on the fight and the bout. And that's what I feel like. You're expecting a boxer to also make all the decisions outside of the ring with the business. When when we're talking about these boxers at the highest level, if they can focus on their craft. I think that's where Bud struggles at, because Bud has the opportunity to be a superstar, but Bud really focuses just on the boxing. He really focuses on handling his business at the expense of having his business acumen all the way up. And I'm not defending it, because like Tim Bradley said, is that in this era, and like Heavy just alluded to, you got to have both. Unfortunately, that's the era and that's the burden that you have.
But it's always been like that though. You always had to have both. You always had to have charisma, bro. For instance, okay, Hagler would never got that shot if they ain't that call. The phone call never came through. He didn't care to be a big talker or none of that stuff. Nobody cared, and he was beating ass way before the phone call came through. He was undefeated. Yeah. So like you take stuff like that, but then you could take the coke and the smile from Sugar Ray Leonard coming out the Olympics, being on, back in the day, you did things to make people familiar. They went on talk shows. They did promos. But
what made you the guy?
You can't
back
be
in
like
the day?
Bud. You can't be like Bud and not talk. And Bud, everybody on this panel tell you that's my guy. Okay, but I always say if Bud would just open his goddamn mouth, he would be larger than life, bro.
But no, let's bring it back. Let's bring it back. You're talking about an era to where when you were back in the day, 40, 50 years ago, 60 years ago, when you're world champion of boxing, you are the face of the world. There wasn't basketball and football and all these sports. That meant something. You were representative of your country during world wars. If we go to Joe Louis and we go back to Jack Johnson and we go back to Muhammad Ali, when these individuals were world champions, and it wasn't a bunch of sanctioning bodies and it wasn't a lot of media and all that and other attention, like that really meant something back in the day. And all the media and all that had to follow you, because that prestige of you being the world champion of boxing was something different in that era. Now with all this stuff vying for our attention now, it's different for you to try to have a superstar or somebody just because they're the best at the sport in boxing, have that type of platform.
Now watch this. So you would agree that because of the mystique is what drew people to the fighters back in the day. Because there was no social media, there was none of that. We got to watch boxing on Saturdays, Wide World of Sports, ABC, ESPN before ESPN. Yeah. All right. And we got to watch all the nice fights, all the good fights. Then even Mike Tyson, then we had to wait for a reporter to get in their face. When a reporter got in front of Mike Tyson's face, we was like this. We know he gonna say something crazy. We couldn't wait, right? My thing is, even though they didn't have social media, we still got a glimpse of their personalities. Some of these cats today, this is where I like Eddie gave Andre Ward that pushback. You might not want to talk You might not want to say nothing, but this is still a show. It's entertainment. So at least with your characteristics, give them a peek, just a glimmer, something that the fans can latch on to. If they have nothing to latch on to, you're not going to have a following. Point, like how social media works today, right? Everybody's trying to go viral. They follow trends so they can get noticed or whatever. I'm not saying they're supposed to follow trends. What I'm saying is you're supposed to give them a glimmer, just some type of glimmer, like a tagline, something, whatever. And I'm gonna give you, hold on, I'm gonna let you go after this.
Yep.
When damn, who was that? Bud knocked out. Remember, dude was talking about Bud family member, and Bud took them headphones and said, "What you say?" He said, "I'm gonna beat your ass." And that was the first time we really heard Bud say something on a stage, because he used to wear them headphones, remember? And then after he knocked him out, man, it was the dude he won the last belt from at 140. And when he knocked him out, he said, "You got what you came for?" Man, that line stuck around for I don't know how long. How long?
Here's my counterpoint. My only counterpoint is this. There was a time back in the day in the golden era of boxing where the NFL wasn't popping. The NBA wasn't popping, like pre-Dream Team, pre-92 Olympics, right? Boxing was a worldwide sport, and that's where the energy and the focus was. And I believe back then it was you didn't need as much personality. You just needed to be the guy, the champion, and fight back then. And I would say this though, but look. I would say this. This is just my opinion. We can have a disagree, right? If we look at who is the face of boxing right now, we look at Canelo, right? And we look at Canelo's body of work. We look at all the fights that he had before. We look at, him having Mexico and the whole country behind him, right? And then we could arguably say Tank, right? And we could say Tank is a unique specimen because Tank finishes opponents in a spectacular fashion. But not only he's a boxer, but he has one punch stopping power. And that's what he's been doing outside of Pitbull Cruz. So with his performances puts him on that platform. His personality ain't not necessarily the great. He trolls. His thing is he gonna talk crazy to you. You feel me? And he just gonna train. He ain't got a super outgoing personality. I get.
Yeah. I ain't talking about have the most. I'm just saying give them something to grasp onto. The two people that you name. Now, being foreign plays in your favor. Famous foreign person, Manny Pacquiao. I don't know no person that don't know how to do this. I'm gonna go and fight into and then I'm gonna go because everybody knows that that's something that you. But that's what I'm saying. But
there's a billion of them.
But you can grasp on to that because it's funny or whatever it can be, and you can associate that with fighting. When I do that, that's Manny Pacquiao.
Yeah.
Go to the same thing with Canelo. Canelo stemmed from Mayweather. He learned from that shit, like you said. Learned to market himself, got his business together. But when he talked, people recognize who the fuck is that redhead motherfucker. That's Canelo. Same thing with Tank. Tank represent the hood. Yeah. Tank make sure you understand where he from and who you think at all his fights. Niggas from the hood.
Absolutely. When you look at that crowd, absolutely.
That's what I'm saying. So it's not that they have the biggest personalities. It's just that they give them a piece to grab onto. See, when you give them everything, this is the problem with Shakur. And Shakur, one of my favorite fighters too. But Shakur give too much because he's online arguing with these cats. He's letting them get under their skin. He giving them all sorts of reasons to say that he's soft. All of this. You don't have to give them everything. You just give them enough. It's no secret when you watch WWE, they promos ain't no longer than 15 seconds.
Yeah, exactly.
You get what I'm saying? Because if you hear this dude talk too much, you can make this dude a goofy.
So let me give you an analysis real quick. Everybody you just said real quick. We'll start with Shakur. My problem with Shakur, I think Shakur is Shakur talks too much, but Shakur talks and don't back up what he talks. So much so that in that last fight, he's literally, you can hear him corner, I'm going to stop him, and couldn't stop him. So that's just a microcosm or a fractal of like his whole spiel. He's always talking, always capping, overexposure, right? Right. So if you take Canelo, right? Canelo has a whole, not only a country, but like a whole culture behind him, Latin culture behind him, as far as his branding, right?
Right.
You take, and then we take a Tank, right? And even Mayweather had this issue as well. Is also you got to realize, remember, Tank went to jail. Tank was, his troubles with the law, the troubles with your relationships, that drama shit. You feel me? That puts it in. And then if I add a Ryan in there, that faking crazy shit, really had us just all in the mix. That really sold the fight. And then you got my guy Bud, who's my favorite guy, but not only that, as a black man, as a husband and a father with all his kids. You feel me? Taking the money that he got and doing and putting on for his hometown, Omaha, and he fought a whole bunch of championship fights in Omaha, right? And that's not the narrative that the media that pushes. That's not the algorithm, brother. Right? The algorithm ain't that.
That's a fact.
And that's where Bud loses out at. And that's why I don't hold it against him. Because it's like, why is he a superstar? Because he's everything a black man's supposed to be right now. He take care of his wife. He take care of his kids. He invests his money. Yeah. He don't have no scandal. And then he get in the ring and handle his business. And so he's born to the culture.
Right.
But not to black men who's fathers or trying to figure out a responsible.
All I'm saying
is I think that plays against him.
No, I it's a slippery slope. Like, for one, I get it. You feel like the promoter is supposed to do everything to get people there and all of that, but that's just not how it always is. Every star that you've ever had in boxing, right, that was superstars, open their mouth in some sort of capacity, right? It don't have to be ignorant. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It don't have to be any of that. You just have to be willing to do interviews or talk about a fight or things of that nature. You know, that way, because your personality gonna ooze out of you, because you can't be nothing but yourself. You get what I mean? Let people know this Omaha. You know what I mean? Where did the personality go when you first started out and you was wearing the Omaha hats and you had the Omaha swag? Remember that? Motherfucker was like, who the fuck this dude with this Nebraska hat on? You know what I mean? Where did all of that go? And then it just disappeared. You know, it just faded into the background. So, like, that's what I'm saying. Now, the Shakur thing you touched on, that right there, I agree, because I think where he messed up is when he sit down on his words where he say, "I'm gonna whoop his ass, I'm gonna knock him out." I tell everybody in comparison, he says, like, he brings up Mayweather as an example, but it's a bad example because you can't find one video where Mayweather in a promo said he was gonna knock out his opponent. He's never said that. He's never said, "I'm gonna knock you out."
I know he told Victor Ortiz, though, he didn't say he was gonna knock him out, but in the interview with him when they was going back and forth, he said, "I'm gonna destroy this kid."
Destroy it, yeah. But because he
did that. That's it, though.
But at that
when
age,
he talked about Arturo Gotti, that C-level fighter, you remember that rant? No, he told him what he was gonna do to him. And that's a classic.
But that's a way to talk. You see what I'm saying? Because Mayweather knew he's a boxer first. If the knockout present itself, I'm gonna take it, but I'm a boxer first. So that's where, like, it's a war of words. Like, for instance, another guy, Jermell Charlo, when he fought Canelo, he was talking big shit. Like, dude, like, you can't do that and then go in that ring and do nothing like that. So that kind of he takes a hit from that. You know what I'm saying? Because his next fight, people gonna be questioning it. Now you finna be questioning
he
for it.
He had no power at 168. There was nothing he could land on Canelo that meant anything.
Yeah, my man turned around and ran. Yeah. He turned around and ran and took a knee.
They had to, because he was boxing and then hitting Canelo, and that shit wasn't doing nothing. I'm gonna tell you right now, and since I've been recently fighting with this fight right here, I've never seen somebody move up in weight or in challenge at that high level and not have no power like he did. I've never seen that ever happen. He had power at 154. Undeniable. He was banging it out at 154. I've never seen somebody move up like that and fight somebody, and he could put no damage on Canelo. That's what boggled my mind. I don't know if it was a problem making that weight or his training or whatever, but that always bothered me with Charlo, because initially he tried to bang it out. There was no power there, and then he had to just survive because Canelo walked him down, and and that could have been, you could have probably thought about that or seen that coming when Canelo walked down Bivol and just ate it and lost that fight, right? But he was not running, right? And then it's the opposite where, Charlo tried to clash with him and Charlo couldn't have no punch resistance for him.
No, he felt it. He was like, I ain't finna go through this. I ain't even supposed to be here anyways. I'm good. That's how he did it. Because, I mean, Jamil had his hoes, though. He was always the one that had to get hit, and then he want to fire off. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he was never the one that just want to come in there and lay hands. It was always the rematch. You see what I'm saying? Like he gonna go in and go to work. You know what I mean? So
you got to dig deep. Yeah,
he got to have that fight, that killer instinct out the jump. You know, everything not gonna be easy, and that I don't know why he thought that was gonna be because shit. You know what I mean? It is Canelo at the end of the day. He lives there at 168. You going up. At the end of the day, you had to know you was in a real fight at that point. You know what I mean?
Yeah, most
but
definitely.
We gonna move on to the next topic. What y'all think about him, Shakur? Speaking of Shakur, him signing into Matchroom though, fighting Cordina.
Oh, I'll take it. I think I think from
there,
what I
Punch?
see.
Hold up, repeat that again.
I said, what y'all think about Shakur moving to Matchroom, getting that 2-fight deal, and he fighting Joe Cordina?
Yeah, you called it, bro. You called it. What's the 2-fight deal for?
I don't know what the second fight is, but I know he's fighting Joe Cordina though.
Zapata.
Yeah,
talking like they're gonna set up Zapata. It ain't in stone, you already know, but that's what the word is.
Yeah, I like it's supposed to happen.
Eddie Hearn could get you, at his weight class. Eddie Hearn should be able to get him some big fights.
Mm-hmm. Eddie Hearn gonna try to keep him.
I think it's a build up. I think one thing with Shakur is that in the microwave age, they discount his youth. He's relatively young. With his, if he got the discipline that Bud got, he got 10 good years of high level boxing left in him, right? So whatever type of criticism he has now, he can mature out of it and change the narrative and change his branding as far as where he's at, right? And so, I'm really thinking like with the Matchroom 2 room, I like how he's on the undercard to a big fight, right? Pay-per-view to get those type of eyes on him, right? And get that type of atmosphere on him. And then, his thing is he has to put together a spectacular performance. His last performance was subpar, and it wouldn't have necessarily been subpar if, like you said, G, he wasn't talking so fucking much. Then we wouldn't have these expectations that we had for him.
Right.
But because he talked so much, and even in the fight, he literally like around the 4th round at the end of the fight, I'm gonna stop him, and he's not listening to his corner, and his corner's telling him like what to do to
his grandfather
put him away. His grandfather was literally trying to give him the blueprint to stop him, and he was trying to do it on his own. His grandfather was like, "Come behind the jab, all the combinations. You're gonna put these punches in bunches and get him out of there." He in the mid rounds he gassed out, and then he kept trying to wind up and couldn't put him away. And then the opposite happened, where his granddad had to say, "Look, man, now you got us in a position where you might get robbed, so you better figure it out since you don't want to listen." And that was the problem with Shakur, man. And I used to always think, man, like, why doesn't Bud really rub off on him? But then I realized it's like, nah, this is, Shakur is his own man, but he's a young man that would really, really behoove him to listen, to not just go off on his own and do his own thing, but to submit to the history of this shit and some discipline, right? Because like you said, that social media shit, that don't help him. That distracts him. That gets in the way of what he can really do. And I don't knock his defense, but he has to put together the offense that he needs to put together. And the problem with Shakur, here's the problem with Shakur. This is his core problem. His core problem is Tank. Because they're both at 135, and how Tank handles his business in the ring, it creates a cold contrast to where it's like Tank puts people away, 1-punch stoppage. Got all the boxing acumen as well, and gets people out there in spectacular fashion. You're number 2 at 135, and this is what you do. And so if there wasn't a Tank there, he might not get as knocked as much. But Tank's right there, and the contrast creates a pale comparison to where it's like, I'm a Shakur fan. I root for him as much as I can. I love the sweet science. I even love what he did in this fight, to where, remember, Tank was saying, oh, he don't got no defense. All he do is running back up. But no, in this last fight, he wasn't backing up. He was sliding. He showed you he could slide. They said he couldn't slide. He was sliding punches, countering, and everything. I seen him do it versus Yoshina. So he listened. He listened to what Tank said.
Right. But at 130, he was a beast. Like I said, people want that 130 Shakur. That's what they want. But I have to remind people, I think he only had 3 fights at 135, bro. It's not like, but people think like he had all these fights at 135, and he has not have all these fights, right? But here's my thing too, though. I agree with you. It's the mouth and all that. And it's also, it's like we're answering our own questions as we speak. Shakur name is synonymous with Tank. Tank has this thing now where even his fans are like, you need to fight somebody. Shakur wants the fight. He's talking on the fight. You know what I'm saying? But he's like, I think he's getting prepared for the fight. I made it clear. I said, this is the classic Earl Spence, Terrence Crawford. Tank is like this. I got 6 fight. I think he said, what, a 5 or 6 fight deal or something like that? He's going to be my last fight. I'm not finna fight Shakur because Shakur could take me to deep waters. I know Shakur could box. I know I'm going to have to find him. He ain't going to stand there with me.
But here's my thing with that fight. I'm going to tell you what I believe right now from seeing what I see. And I'm a Shakur fan and I'm a Tank fan. But I'm telling you right now what people is discounting is he's not going to be able to run from Tank like that. Tank has the boxing IQ. He will cut that ring off. He's not going to be able to run. He's not going to pity pat with them points. Tank is not going to allow that.
No.
I don't believe it.
No. This is the thing right here. Okay. Tank, you have a point, but Tank can't do what you saw in his last fight. I'm just not starting to see that he know how to cut the ring off, right? But he also showed me he's very cautious against boxers. You never seen
Are you talking about when against Frank? You thought he was cautious against Frank?
Oh, hell yeah. No. You ain't. Hold on. You never seen Tank in no other fight have a high guard like that in none of his other fights. And he's fought people way taller than him. He's never had that. You know what I'm saying? So, like, he's cautious. And the thing is, I'm not taking up from Tank. Like I say, man, you got to check out John. I'm on here every Friday, bro. Okay?
Yeah.
Trust me. For just his whole record, I did this thing on Shakur record and his record, right? 21 fights back.
Yeah.
And people were like, Tank ain't fought nobody. Shakur has. I said, you may have a point, but this is the problem. This is why Shakur still fights the same way, because he's been put in there with competition, right? He hasn't had time to work on his craft. Where you have Tank, you could get a guy that's 6-20. Then he fight a guy that's 5-4. Then he fought a guy that was 2-16 and all that, right? The thing is, they have experience, and he's seeing all these different styles, and they give his coach time enough to say, try that shit we just worked on. You get what I'm saying? Now Tank is becoming a complete fighter. The only fighter Tank has never fought in his entire career was a boxer. That's why you saw Tank the last fight, just like this, high ass guard, and he was taking baby steps. Now, when Frank started getting on the ropes, he knew how to cut. You know what I'm saying? You're going to go where I want you to go. Now, that was something new that he showed me. You know what I'm saying? It's okay. But it also showed me that he's cautious with boxes.
Okay, let me jump in right here. Let me first state this right here. Tank is a complete fighter. And when I say that, I'll take the Ryan Garcia fight, and then we'll take this last fight against Frank the Ghost Martin. Tank does his scout. He even tell him one thing about Tank. Tank told Ryan what he was going to do for him before he did it. He said, hey, all you got is that motherfucking left hook, and you weaken the body, right? And he dodged that left hook like the Matrix. Second round, he dodged 3 straight left hooks. Hold up. No, one. Okay, one. Listen, check this out. Check this out though. Right? What round was it too? When you say that? I think
it was like the third round where he got caught with it. He hurried up and hugged Ryan. He was holding on.
Okay, third round, right? But let's go. First round, second round, particularly second round. He dodged that left hook like the Matrix. Ryan threw that shit 3 times. He came over with the counter. Hold up. He came over with the counter left and knocked him down. Boom, real quick. Contrast real quick. Just so we talk about the left hook. Devin Haney, known for space, known for jab, known for keeping his distance. How he pitched the shutout against Prograis. Ran straight into Ryan's left hook in the first round like an idiot. But I digress. Let's get back over here. Listen.
Known for a bow and arrow.
Listen, hold up.
Known for fighting smaller guys.
Real quick. But I mean, that's neither here. Like I said, I digress. Tank, man. Tank had a fight that was specifically tailored for Ryan when he got him out of there. Tank had a fight that was specifically tailored for Ghost, and he got him out of there. That high guard that you seen, if you listen to the corner, because I watched the fight fully like 4 or 5 times. Yeah. He said, I'm gonna lower his power level. When them first 3 rounds, when he's in high guard, he is allowing Frank to get off. He's keeping his space, he's getting run and tire himself out. And then a lot of the punches was hitting his glove, and his glove was hitting his face. And then he winded up and just murdered him with power punches to the body, ultimately where he couldn't move and he was immobilized on the ropes, and Tank put him away.
Right.
So about this idea that
but
the
I think
high
you get,
guard wasn't the high guard of being cautious.
I see where
the strategy to
hold on.
finish him off.
So, okay. I see the disconnect here. Okay. You're talking about IQ. I'm not talking about the game plan. I'm not talking about how smart he is. I know he's smart. He just showed me that. Like I'm gonna be honest with you. I was not sold on Tank until Lil Man. The Mexican the Mexican
Pitbull?
Mike Tyson.
Pitbull?
Yeah. Because before then, I was like, this boy got to show me he could box. And I got a diehard fan. I'm not going to say his name because he'll pop up. You say his name 3 times, boy. This motherfucker come here and talk about Tank like it ain't shit. But I'm going to say it, but I'm going to tell you, I was sold then, like, this nigga can box. Cool. But what I mean by cautious is, it was the pace. It was his pace. Even though he followed the game plan, it was his pace. And that was the most disciplined Tank I've saw. Okay.
Thank you.
And all that comes is with he had, like I said, go through his resume. Find me another boxer, a pure boxer. He had never fought one. And that was smart. Now I ain't talking about amateurs, I'm talking about pro career. Okay. That was smart. Yeah, that was smart. That was smart. He was cautious. He knew if I come here playing, Frank can get off. Frank got speed. Frank, it don't matter if he can knock him out or not. As long as I could discombobulate your ass and have your ass upset and confused, shit, I can make an easy night for myself. So that's what I'm trying to say. That's what I'm trying to convey. If he getting there with a Shakur, I ain't saying Shakur can outwork him or whatever you want to say. But what I'm gonna say like this though, he's not gonna be able to trap Shakur like he trap a Frank. See, one thing about Shakur way cleaner at boxing than him. Shakur keeps, like I said, if we get the Shakur from 130 to show up at 135, even this last fight, my dude is like right there. Like he's the king of distance. That's one thing that he got from Terrence.
He has the best defense in the sport, like hands down.
And distance.
Box number and distance. Yeah, no, he has it. And like I said, when he wants to engage with his opponent, he can pitch the perfect fight of right. In a sense of defense.
Now I don't think he knocks Tank out. I don't think he knocks Tank out at all. But I mean
that's the whole point. Look, but the thing is how do you quantify who goes up against Tank when Tank is what? 30-0, 28 knockouts? Like he hasn't shown in any of his tape where you can get him out of there. He hasn't shown in any of his tape where you can beat him.
What?
And that's the question. Yeah, I haven't seen it.
Boy, Tank got hella holes. Tank got holes, bro. And my boy right here, he'll tell you, I on purposely watch boxers just to find ticks.
Hey,
what's his holes?
Okay, for instance, this is the biggest hole he has. When he's walking towards you and you act like you finna come forward, like throw a feint, he instantly paused. And when he paused, he clutches elbows just like this. Boy, if you get a jab off that motherfucker, throw an uppercut straight to the middle, it's gonna be a problem. Now I'm gonna ask you this, and I'll be begging for it, bro. How many times have you seen a motherfucker throw uppercut on Tank? Exactly, bro. Look, it's
you know
right
what?
there.
But you know what? But look, then you got to ask why, right?
Oh, and then of course, because you're afraid of what's gonna come back. You're afraid what's gonna come back.
You want to know why you're afraid? Because it's a reality. It's a nightmare.
Yeah.
Listen, if you go back and look at that fight with Frank and Ghost Martin, listen, man, when he hits you, that's the thing. The ones that you don't think, when he hits you, brother, like it takes your power level off, like 20%, 25%.
Hey, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that he has holes. That's all I'm saying. And like I said, he hasn't fought no boxers, and boxers are the ones that'll take those chances, bro, because they have the feet, they know the reach, and they have the defense. Those are the chance takers, and that's the biggest thing about Shakur. If you're gonna be a boxer, we need you to take those chances at the appropriate moments. That's how you keep the crowd engaged. See what I'm saying? That's what made Mayweather. Mayweather wasn't fighting everybody. Mayweather was taking them chances at the right moments. You see what I'm saying? And that's what made him who he was.
So Frank was a certified boxer. We can agree.
No, Frank, he was a certified boxer, but he wasn't ready.
No, I mean
they served him up.
He was nice. He was. But I'm talking about as far as stylistically wise.
Yeah.
Right. So our only sample size you would say is against Tank is Frank, right?
Yeah.
And so, unfortunately, this is what we got to assess. And what we have to assess is that Frank, when you box, and if you box him, and that's the question that we all have with Shakur, anyways. You got to be perfect against Tank, right? Because if he catches you, he catches you. So the question is engaging with Tank or engaging in boxing, you're not perfect. And so the question is what we got with Shakur did with De Los Santos. He can literally evade everything that a boxer gives to him, right? With record copy by stacks. But the question is does Tank have enough for Shakur to not do that to him? Because that's the only way that I believe that Shakur can avoid getting that damage, because we only got one sample size. But I'm telling you, if he exchanges with Tank, that would neutralize his boxing. Because what we ain't noticed, I don't think you said, and I don't know if you acknowledged it, is we talk about Frank Martin being on them ropes. But Frank Martin was on them ropes, not only because he was tired. Frank Martin took devastating body punches to immobilize him.
No doubt.
You feel me? So it's like he wasn't just sitting on that ropes for no reason. And by the time he got there, he took damage.
He should never been on the ropes. You can't be on the ropes with a person like him.
But it was the damage that he took in the exchanging ultimately with Tank. Where even in one of those rounds, like the later rounds, where he took the body shots and they asked him in the corner, "You all right?" He was like, "Good," but it's them body shots though. He didn't show a facial expression, but he took some body shots to the solar plexus that was devastating. And so that's my thing is with Shakur. Could Shakur take a punch? And if he takes that type of punch, will his boxing ability allow him to survive it?
Yeah,
and that's the questions that we. That's why we got to see the fight, because we don't know. You got the best defense in the league. You got the best, surgical knockout power in that division.
And that's
why we need to see it.
To me, that's the most intriguing fights. It's always the most intriguing fights has always been the boxer versus the puncher. It's always been like that. And I love those fights because you just never know. Two brawlers, you can kind of gauge it. You know what I'm saying? Two boxers, you go. All I'm gonna say it's gonna be a chess match, and it might end up being boring. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you mix both of them, it's gonna be a problem. It's gonna be a great fight.
Here's why I give Tank the advantage right now, because you're calling him a puncher, when I would argue he's a boxer first that has devastating punching ability. And I think
you talking about Tank? You talking about Tank?
Tank.
Yeah, he showed me. Like I said, I wasn't sold on him until the Pitbull Cruz fight. He boxed his ass off in that goddamn fight, bro. Until the end, he was only known for knockouts and gazelle punches. That's
but
all
what I'm telling
saw.
you is, though, but that's the thing is, just when you just watch the highlights, if you watch all of his old tapes, he has all the fundamentals of boxing. He has the jab. He has everything. He boxes first. It's just that when he puts you away, he's only known for the knockouts. And that's my thing and this is why I bring this up, where he has the advantage against Shakur, is because he can set up the counter to where he can study Shakur's tendencies to where he's thinking he's going to be able to evade and get out of it. And Tank will set him up with a counter with a boxing IQ. And then when he sets you up with that counter, it's that one punch knockout power that's a problem. So that's why I give the edge to Tank, because Shakur might think he has an evasion or has something that he can do to Tank that he could get away with, and Tank will counter it.
Right.
No, and so that's my concern for Shakur.
I think Shakur's greatest feat ain't even Tank when he get in that ring. It's gonna be his own mind. He gonna have to be mentally stable to understand that I can give my all in this motherfucker, and it may not even phase Tank. I got to be prepared to go 12 rounds and win this pitch a shutout, basically. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I really believe I don't see him hurting Tank in no shape, form, capacity.
Yeah.
Okay, because he gonna have the height, he gonna have the reach. And what people don't understand is when you're taller than your opponent, you gotta reach. You wanna go to the body, guess what you're gonna do? You gotta dip down to his height. You're gonna be giving him what he wants. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I tell people it's a lot easier. This is why people didn't understand. When I was doing the show, every Saturday I do the fight commentating, right? So we was watching Pitbull Cruz. They was like, oh, he gonna wash him. He gonna wash him. I said, I'm gonna let y'all know something. This is one of the first cats this dude fought that's his height. It's a difference when you fighting somebody taller than you. It's easy to shoot up. Now he gotta fight somebody straight across from him. You see what I'm saying? And I was like, this is going to be a tough-ass fight. And a lot of people know that Pitbull Cruz on his last two pay-per-views, knocking motherfuckers out. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I knew that was gonna be tough, but for Shakur shooting down and then you want to go to the body and all that, I'm talking about it's gonna be a lot of 1-2s, 1-2-3s, and dip. I'm telling you, that's what you're gonna get for Shakur. Shakur is not gonna stay in the pocket long.
No, he's not. He's not. And if you think he ran against De Los Santos, he's gonna run from Tank.
But guess what?
Then the mid rounds is gonna be a problem.
Let me ask you this. I want to ask you this question because I asked everybody this question. The performance you got from De Los Santos, if that was Tank, would you still be talking bad about him? About
what you
in the same way?
What you mean?
How they was talking about he ran for De Los Santos. If he used that same defense against Tank, do you think people would still be like, oh, he ran this and the third?
I mean, for me, I would just say my personal opinion on it. Because like I said, when I seen the fight, like, I have to really take into context. I have to really take his word that he was really hurt, right? Because he didn't throw no offense, bro. So it's kind of hard for me to say if he fought Tank like that, like, was he hurt? Because that's the only way I give him an out for that. Because if he fights like that healthy, no, bro, no. It doesn't matter who you fight. You can't fight nobody like that. You can't go down in CompuBox history for a championship fight for landing the least of. No, it is. It's CompuBox history for the least amount of punches landed by a winner in a championship fight. Just like he got the other stat, the least amount landed against him. Right? He got both. But no, you can't do that.
No, I think he would throw more punches, but I'm gonna tell you, it's gonna be similar to that shit. It is, bro. He's not gonna have no choice, bro. You first off, Tank's gonna be the A side. Let's be real about this. If you're Tank, right? If you're Tank and I'm Shakur, are you gonna let me pick the size of the ring, or you gonna pick the size of the ring?
Tank's gonna pick the size of the ring.
Exactly. He gonna pick the smallest and motherfucker.
Ring. And so that's what I'm trying to tell you. So look, let's game simulate it, right? You got the smallest size of the ring, right? Now look though. Think about how Shakur, though. That's what I'm saying. De Los Santos, so let's add another element to it. Let's add boxing IQ. De Los Santos doesn't have the boxing IQ that Tank has. Can we agree with that? So here's what's going to happen. It's going to be easier for Tank to get to him because he's going to anticipate him running. He's going to look at the tape and anticipate how he gets out, how he slides. So what I'm telling you is that he's not going to be able to do what he did to De Los Santos. That he's not going to be able to do that because De Los Santos, remember, he was playing cautious too. So that allowed him to run.
Right.
Tank's going to come at him. And like you said, if he has nothing that can stop Tank, then he's not going to stop coming at him. And that's when I just go intuitively with my analysis. I get into Tank has the boxing IQ enough to cut off the ring. He's going to cut off the ring, that little ass ring that we just agreed that Tank's going to negotiate. You see what I'm saying? So it's like that's what I'm trying to tell you. When we put the variables together and we talk about the sweet science, right? This is where I have my argument against Shakur. But then I'd say Shakur has the ability. He has the offense in him to do it. But his trend, he doesn't have that's not his personality. He don't have it. He doesn't. I've seen too many fights recently to where it's like now I say the trend shows me like, bro, you don't have it. And then I can say you can have it because I'm a Shakur fan where I can say Shakur has it against everyone else but Tank.
Right.
He can't do that shit with Tank.
The fight, I'm gonna be honest with you. He would have to fight this fight when he fought Oscar Valdez. The way he fought Oscar Valdez, it was like I don't think it's a name for it, but you ever seen a mime when they throw the fake rope and they be like that? Yeah. And it was like Shakur would double jab, bop, bop, take a step back because he knew Valdez was going to come, and then he'd be bang, and then that one punch was good enough, and then he'll move around and he'll do it again, get a 1-2, but he keeps, he stayed busy. He kept Valdez busy, whether he was hitting his gloves or whatever.
But Valdez smaller and his power wasn't worthy of respect.
No. That's why I agree. But what I'm saying is that's why I said he gonna have to be extra cautious. But that's the style I see him having some success with Tank. You just gonna have to be. You can't get greedy with it. You get what I'm saying? And gotta be on the lookout for that punch.
But it makes him susceptible to it, though. And I won't even say the punch. It's going to be punches. See, the thing with Tank is that we see the one punch that stops, right?
Right.
But there's a bunch of clean, hard ones that hurt like fuck.
Yeah.
And that's the ones that we don't like. There's not like a video game where you can see somebody's power bar go down, right? But if you analyze when he lands, like if you go back and analyze when he lands on Frank the Ghost, like remember when he gets him in the corner, he's winding up on him before he gets that, that uppercut and then the left hook, right? He's there's a bunch of wind up just body shots, head shots, like he's rocking them. And that's the thing where it's like with Shakur, if he goes and engages, he's gonna catch heavy fire from Tank. And then, like I said, the scary part about it is if he misses wrong and not perfect in that engagement, and Tank hits him with that clean counter, he can go away like Rolly. You see what I'm saying? He can get dropped like Ryan if the tendency gets picked up. You see what I'm saying?
If he was strong like Rolly, he would have a good chance. But yeah.
Yeah, but that's what I'm trying to tell you. Shakur gets stopped trying to throw a 4-punch combination that he usually can get off against somebody with weaker power.
Yeah,
but
that's what I'm saying.
Tank's gonna eat it and give it to him. I know. He like you said,
that's why
he's gonna have to
get greedy.
Santos.
Right.
He's gonna
he can't get greedy like that.
Yep. Yeah, Nicotila, right? He's gonna have to run.
Yep.
He's gonna have to
run. Yeah. And that's a perfect example. Nakatili, when Nakatili popped him in his eye, he went straight boxing mode. Said, "Fuck this shit."
He kept
his distance like it was shit.
Yeah.
But people was mad at him for it, but I wasn't. I was like, shit, he felt that shit. He said, fuck that, I'm gonna win this motherfucker. To me, that wasn't a bad idea.
Yeah, my thing is, I believe the pure sport, even what he did with De Los Santos, like I said, it was just like, it's a bad look. You can't do that. You can't do that and let your fans agree with it. But if you get in that ring and do what it takes to win, that's what I'm trying to tell you. I believe he was hurt. I just do. Right. I really do. Like, there's no way you do something like that and not be hurt. Like I said, that'd be real. Like I'm telling you, if he wasn't hurt, that is disturbing.
Yeah.
In a sense of you literally left all the opportunities to make him pay on the table like that.
Yeah.
Like I don't even think, like, as a boxer, like of his caliber, his muscle memory would allow him to do that. I think he had to be injured. Because you're going up against the nature of how many opportunities was lost with what De Los Santos was giving him with his defense. So that's why I believe him when he say it was hurt. And he never performed like that before. You know what I'm saying? Even with the other fight, Nakatila, we talk about there was parts where he was engaging at that fight, and then he got hit, and then he made adjustments. It's an adjustment. That's why we can respect it.
A big ass adjustment, goddamn.
It was the big adjustment, and that's so right here. It's like, like he can't, like, that's unacceptable. That would be an unacceptable performance. That's him being healthy. And then, like I said, it won't work against Tank because Tank's not De Los Santos. He's not going to be cautious. He's going to put the high guard up and he's going to cut off the ring.
Yeah. That's why I said I was impressed that he cut that ring off. I said, damn, not only that, he framing him up, he doing, you know what I'm saying? And he feinting to the right, making him go left. I said, oh, shit, Tank. That's the one thing like my homeboy said, he's the biggest Tank fan. Tank showed me something new every fight. And I like the way they moving him, bro. And at this point, like you say, he's a complete fighter. I would never deny that.
And that's why, and the main reason why I say he's a complete fighter, more than anything, right, is he makes the adjustments, or he comes in with the game plan tailor-made to that opponent. Like with Rolly, he constantly made the adjustments for the pressure, right? With Ryan, he had great game plan, just like with Frank DeMartin Ghost. He had great game plan, and those fights he all fought were different. You see how they were fought different? Because it's like water. It's the martial arts of boxing. He adapted to his opponent, and then he made the adjustments. And like you said, how patient he was of the adjustment that he made with Frank Martin, the high guard, the cautiousness, and all that. And then he made the adjustment to turn it up in those rounds to put him away.
Yeah,
and that's why it's like this. The adjustment.
Plus, his coach got his ear. His coach got his ear. And that pays dividends. I love that. When I see a fighter and their coach got their ear and they actually go out there and, you know what I'm saying, perform it, that makes dividends. Because like you said, when I watched Shakur, he was arguing with his grandfather. And I had said it live. I said, oh, shit. And everybody's like, what? I said, Shakur done forgot about everybody else. He and this motherfucker like it's sparring. He just starts smiling, grilling, and he does that. And it's like he forgets, like, everybody around. This is a show, bro. Like, you can't just be playing right now. You know what I'm saying? You playing with your food, bro. And this is how you gonna get caught. But, like, I just think that is Shakur speaking the truth. It's the biggest fight to be made. I don't think Shakur needed next. Just like we talking about Brian Norman might not need.
Yeah.
I don't think Shakur needed next. I think Joe Cordina is they mad because he coming off the loss or whatever the case may be in this and that third. But, you know, at least Joe Cordina went and got a whole new team. He went and got Ben Davidson. You know what I'm saying? So that's great for a trainer. You know what I'm saying? And he does miracle for some motherfuckers. I don't know what's up with Ben Davidson.
I can't let you off the hook on this one. When we talk about Boots and Dorman not marinating, Shakur and Tank can't marinate.
It gotta go at least a couple years, bro.
Nah, man. Why? What's the difference? Why?
Because
is there a difference?
Because for Shakur, that's why I just said I just agree with you, bro. I agree. Okay, I'm not disagreeing. I agree with you because I don't think Shakur is ready for it.
Okay, there you go. Okay.
I don't think Shakur is ready for that fight. I just don't.
Not ready. I can respect that.
Yeah, I don't think he's ready for Tank right now. And I think Tank can go get all this other cleanup on his other easy money. And then that's going to be the biggest fight at the end. And I think Tank knows that, though. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. I think he knows. Yeah, he knows it. Yeah.
Everybody kept saying, like, Shakur is ducking because he ain't signed a contract. Well, no contract sent. Calvin said that. Calvin was on the interview and he was like, man, Pitbull fucked the money up. So they said it right there who they was going to. It was going to be a rematch against Pitbull. Right now, Inside Cat telling me they working out something with Ryo. If Ryo take it. Ryo is
that's what I was thinking, Ryo. And I think Ryo's the fight for Tank. I think Ryo's the fight for Tank, right?
Because, and then guess what? He a boxer. Get that practice up on them boxes.
And then you get to see, now we got some more sample size for what it looked like with Shakur. But here's what's scary about that, though.
Height, length, and everything. It's the perfect measuring stick.
But think about this now. Tank, where he's at, right? With his IQ in the pinnacle. And he goes up with 140 and gets more power. Oh my God.
If he does,
that's going to be a problem. That's what I'm trying to tell you, though. Think about it. He's going up to 140 with that type of power.
Yeah,
that's going to be a problem.
I don't think he does it for a minute though. I think he may fight probably once or twice at 140 because you got to think he's fighting his height right now.
I know, no. I know he's supposed to be 135. I know, I get it. But I'm just saying though. But think about this though. Then let's look at it like this. If he was to go to 140 and stay at 140, who could challenge him?
There ain't nobody there for real. And that's what I'm saying.
The point. So there's nobody there. So so if there's nobody there, then he hangs out at 140 and fills out to that. Just like Canelo going
with him filling out. Ain't no problem with him filling out. You know, Tank really a fat boy. You know what I'm saying? Just now he being disciplined and keeping his body in a range where he can make 135. But the thing is about Tank is that it's his height and his reach. Them boys taller than him. You know what I'm saying?
I know, but look at Canelo at 168.
Yeah, I give you that. But
you see what I'm saying?
Well,
it's because it's only one weight class up. We're talking about if he conquers 135, right? He has those disadvantages, right? But it goes into what you was just saying, where the height advantage and all that, they got to stick their neck out to deal with it.
Yeah, 100%. Just like that's why Mario was trying to lean back and everything. He knew he was going to get caught one of them motherfuckers. He knew it was coming.
Wasn't that at 140? What was that at? 140?
Yeah, 140. That was at 140.
So this is what you.
But it was with a weight clause though. It was with a weight clause.
I mean, rehydration clause.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
It was.
I mean, and for Tank, like I said, with his size, like I understand with the rehydration clauses because I don't think he's not blowing up in weight like they're blowing up in weight.
I don't have no problem with it when they don't hide it. Yeah. I respect it. Everybody was like, oh, he put Ryan on the weight class. I said, the dude told you that at the press conference. He said, you see how big that dude is? I'm not finna let the dude blow up to 180 on my ass. Like, what you talking about? And I'm like, you got to respect that, bro. Like, you crazy.
Yeah, I think it's respectable. I think because when you think about it, it's like you look at a Devin and you look at certain individuals and they literally weight drain themselves and they come in 25 pounds heavier.
Who are you telling, man? I'll be arguing, bro. I'll be like, bro, these dudes is cheating the game. These are weight bullies.
They're killing themselves. They're looking like they're about to die if they don't, eat something or all that. Like that's ridiculous.
Still to this day, I don't give a fuck. They can talk about PEDs on Ryan or whatever. That boy got beat up because he finally found somebody his size.
Exactly.
I said, go back. If you go back to look at all of Devin fights, he tells them, you too small. Everybody, when they do the face off, he tells them you too small. He come in massive. Yeah, he come in massive. He got in there with Ryan ass though.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah.
And Eddie said it today, bro. Did you see that Andre Ward and Eddie Hearn interview?
I seen some of it. Yeah, I seen some of it.
Eddie said, I was in the ring and I was looking at Devin, and Devin was looking at Ryan, and Ryan over there twitching and shit on this crazy shit. He said, but when I looked at Devin was like, what the fuck? He was intimidated. He was like, so I'm hyping him like, you see how shape he is? You see how that? And he was like, Devin was looking like, what the fuck I done got myself into? You know what I'm saying?
What he got himself into. And Ryan deliberately coming in overweight, knowing.
Yeah.
I bet you Mayweather told him, like, look,
but check this out. Now this I want you to take to your friends and your buddies, and I hope you come back to my channel, bro. But I'm going to tell you like this, bro. Fuck that. He didn't come in overweight. I don't give a fuck what nobody said. You know why? The only fight he ever fought at 140 was against Tank. He ain't never fought at fucking 140.
No, all I'm saying is technically he come in overweight to not get the title. That was for that title fight.
They knew, dude, if you know this dude ain't never weighed in at 140. Never. What made you think he's gonna come and weigh in 140 for you?
I mean, that's like I said, that's where it threw me off, because like I said, I thought he was coming in for a legitimate title bout. And so my whole thing with it was too, when I seen it and he came in overweight, he didn't give a fuck. One thing I did notice, I was like, man, this motherfucker's acting crazy and he's goofy. And I swear I fell for it too. Devin need to run in and knock him out. But what I can say when I seen him, I said, hey man, this dude look buff, man. This little motherfucker look buff right now.
Both of them dudes was straight middleweights, bro. Both of them dudes was middleweights in that ring, bro. Eddie even said both of them, they both came in heavy, bro. But my thing is that when they talk about, he on purpose came 3 pounds heavier. Bruh, stop the bullshit. You had an opportunity right there. Check this out. If I was them, the minute he weighed in, fuck the money. Because guess what? This was the crazy part. You still could have told them I want some money, and you need to sweat a pound and a half of that shit off. They still could have did that and still got money.
But you know, want to know why I think they didn't?
What?
Because he fooled them. He fooled me. Ryan really played crazy on us, and we really thought, hey, he ain't focused on boxing. Hey, this clown is just tripping. He's not mentally fit to get up in the ring. They said, you know what? We gonna murder this clown. You see, Bill's clown ass was like, we're gonna knock him out. And it's like, hey, bro,
I bet you won't fall for that shit no more.
Yeah, no. I bet you won't. I bet you they stay behind that jab. I bet you stay behind that jab.
Fucking right. I remember I was in high school and I was fighting this short dude, bro, thinking I could beat his ass. Shit, that little motherfucker got the best of my motherfucking ass. You hear me? I ain't never fucked that shit. I don't give a fuck your height, how small you is. It's gonna be the same level of seriousness for everybody from here on out.
Exactly,
you know what I'm saying? That was crazy, bro. That was crazy.
And that's what I thought. That's what I really think would happen with Haney and Bill. They really fell for the hype and was like, hey, we're gonna knock this bum out. And the reason why I know it, like I told you earlier, he fell. He got hit clean with the left hook in the first round. And that's the main punch you're supposed to defend against. If you don't do anything when you get into the ring, is watch the left hook. That's it. Yeah. And he gets caught with it clean and hurt. I shake my head. I was like, this fight's over already. Even if he wins,
I'm going to tell you something, though. It was inevitable, bro. It was inevitable. I'm going to tell you. I forgot what round it was, 5th or 6th. Correct me if I'm wrong. Ryan was if you're looking at the TV, Ryan was at the top right, left corner. Not in the corner, but on the buckle. He had turned his back.
He turned his back,
Devin kept welling on his ribs. Kept welling on his ribs and didn't do shit. And Ryan turned around and clocked his ass.
Clocked it,
That motherfucker said, whoa. You know what I'm saying? It was inevitable who was stronger than who in that motherfucker, period. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So, and that boy Devin got away from the game plan because he got clocked in the first round. And he wanted to get his cookies back.
And he tried to catch up. He tried to play catch up every time after that.
Yeah, and he wanted to fight.
Look what he did to Prograis. He was supposed to box, come behind the jab.
Yeah,
you feel me? Take away what is good. Here's what I can say with Devin, and I believe Devin. I believe Devin's gonna still be a great fighter. I believe he's gonna come back and really, still compete at a high level. They really, he fell from grace. They really got to get their ego in check. And what I would say when he fought Loma. And I'm gonna here's what I tell everybody with Loma. I believe he won. I think it was clear. Some people think they got robbed. I don't believe that.
Who won?
I believe Devin won. I don't think it was a
For
robbery.
real?
I don't think it was that close. Yeah. So look, I'm gonna tell you why though. I'm gonna tell you why we gotta have disagreements. I'm one of them guys. I watch it, right? Because this is what stuck for me, what I seen in real time. I didn't have to wait to watch the tape again to be like it was there. What the scouting report that I had with Loma was his greatest gift is his footwork.
Right. 100%.
He has footwork with his ankles and all that. If you go back and watch that fight, right? Devin, well, first and foremost, here I can add this. Devin was bigger than him. Devin didn't have to necessarily respect his power, right? And because of that, Devin danced with him. He took away his footwork.
He was moving with him.
He was moving with him. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm talking about. When Loma tried to do that pivot, he pivot right there with him and stayed with him.
Right.
And then he outlanded him to the body like 49-9.
See, that's the whole argument right there. That's the part that threw me off. You had me on the body.
You're getting caught up in maybe somebody else only focused on that. I'm not just focusing on that. You see, that wasn't my lead point. That was my sub point. No, that was my sub point. My main point was he took away Loma's greatest gift, and that was the footwork.
Yeah, I give you
and
that.
He stayed in the box with it.
He did.
You see what I'm saying? And so it's like Andy got hurt in that 11th, and he came back strong in the 12th.
Yeah, I'm about to say he got wobbled more than once in that motherfucker.
Yeah, he was in trouble in that 11th round. He was in trouble in that 11th round.
Loma was doing his thing too. I thought it was a draw. I still got that video on my channel. I thought it was like, okay, if Loma wins, this is a draw. That was not no clear-cut win. He was struggling with that little man, and there was no way it should have been. And then the next morning I wake up, man, it was clear that he hit him more times to the body than him. I'm like, really? That's the argument y'all got? Because he hit him more times to the body? That's not how you win fights?
That wasn't just the main point for me. That's why I said it was a sub point for me. It was significant because I didn't have to see the CompuBox to see it in real time. That was some of the control.
No, that was a game plan. They wanted to slow his, but that was they wanted to slow him down from moving. Point blank. Period.
Absolutely. And so like bringing it back is that Haney has the IQ to tailor his game plan towards his opponents, and if he fights his fight, like he pitches that shutout against Progress, right?
Mm-hmm.
If he does that where Ryan stays patient, jab, defends himself, then he doesn't get caught, and then he might stand a chance. I think he can beat him. I think in a rematch, I think if he fights his fight, he can beat Ryan. That's
I'm gonna be honest with you.
But he got his ass whooped so bad that I can't argue against nobody if they say he can't.
Right. I'm gonna be honest with you. I said it first, and then Tank might have said it first, but the tape came out later. Let's say it like that. If Ryan was patient, he'd have beat Tank. The thing was that Tank just had a better chin than fucking Devin. He caught Tank flush as fuck. And Tank said, oh shit. And he went to hold on him in that fucking third round, didn't want to let go. But then that motherfucker came out just throwing left hook after left hook after left hook. Tank said, nigga, you gonna throw 3 in a row? But that was the second round. That's what I'm trying to tell you. He was already doing it. He dodged them 3 times like the Matrix and then came over the left with the overhand left and dropped him. That's a testament to Tank, man. Tank's that nice. He's that nice, man. But Tank did come out and said if that motherfucker was a little more patient, he fucked around and won. This came out, take him out. He said he would have fucked around and won. He said, but he was so wanting to knock me out. And that's what got his ass. And he said he hit hard. But he said Ryan still don't hit harder than Rolly, though.
Yeah,
he said Rolly
that's
crack.
I was thinking about Rolly.
He said Rolly crack harder than it. He said Rolly hit him harder than anybody he done fought.
Yeah.
But now on everything though, man, like goddamn me, the fights that's coming up, bro. I want Devin back. I really do. Now he gotta go through this bullshit. And he finna pay old boy off and all this. I know that's finna come, but then hopefully he don't get suspended. Yeah. That's what I'm hoping don't happen. You know what I'm saying?
I think that would he pay somebody off? It's nothing. He punched the boy in the chest a little bit. It ain't nothing.
Yeah, man. And then
they're gonna try to put his homeboys on him and say they was all together, and he gonna have to get liability for them. He needs to keep his security around him to save him from.
That's the wrong, and that's the thing.
He shouldn't even been out there anyways. You know, he's way too big to be out there. You see anybody else, they got security around him, and it ain't even for them guys to get him. It's for them to prevent them to do something to somebody.
Yeah, bro. That shit really right there wasn't it, bro. Like, I don't know.
It's just immaturity. It's just immaturity.
It's not just that. It's immature. It's us, bro. Like you want to give your homeboys that opportunity. You know what I'm saying? They have your back, but it don't work. You feel me? It just don't work.
Look, you see these grades right here I'm 38, right? And one thing what I know is that it's your situations. At the end of the day, you can say your homeboys or whatever, but the thing is homeboys at a carnival. If his homeboys was at a 5-star restaurant or his homeboys was in a foreign country and they was just chilling or something, they'd be cool. They put themselves in a fair-like environment and gave themselves access to people.
Here the thing.
And then they ended up.
I'm gonna give you the 100%. All the shit on the tube is false. I'm about to give you the 100% real of the real situation, and it's from motherfucker that's there. Okay, that carnival was for the he paid for the kids like back to school shit, right?
Yeah,
kids was there. The whole argument was over. Some kids wanted to get on that ride. They weren't tall enough. All right. So he went over there like, yo, can they get on? Dude, like, no. I'm not finna lose my job. And other cat, Devin, like, you know who I am? Yeah, I know who you is. You the dude who Ryan beat up. And that's where it kicked off at. So all this nigga shit and all that, that's not what it was.
Yeah, that's not what happened.
It was simply he paid for all this carnival shit. He didn't pay for the carnival, he paid for all these kids. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right. You get what I'm saying?
The carnival.
Right. So that's the honest to God truth. That's the real story, bro.
And then that just show you his youth, right? He's 25, young, with a whole bunch of money, with his ego.
Right.
Like that's on him. He didn't have to handle it like that.
Right.
You resourcing kids, if they too short to be on their ride, you redirect the kids and have them go on 3 rides in a row that they can go on.
Right.
Or get them the Big Bear or whatever. Like you don't over here arguing with somebody on the ride because they're doing their job, right?
Yeah, man. Like my dad told me, ain't nobody too entitled to not go through life without disappointment.
Yeah.
You got to learn that shit. You know what I'm saying? And that was a teaching moment, but he don't know that though. You know what I mean? Yeah. So like, and also it was a teaching moment for him in hindsight now that when I'm doing public shit like this, I need to have real security because if them your boys and one of them was his brother, you protect the bag. He's paying y'all. He should never got a shot off. Once that argument started, somebody arm pose been like, go back, Devin.
Yeah.
We got this.
Yeah, and then they don't do that because we all know that he's gonna be liable for it. Like and one thing about it, they know better. See, this is the thing when we talk. He's grown, and I give him his youth. They know better because I know they done been briefed where it'd be like, hey, we can't be acting up. He probably told them, hey, y'all can't be acting up because if y'all act up, it's gonna fuck up the bag. But they lost their mind that day.
Yeah,
when he has some sense, he usually tell his homeboys and his daddy. I'm sure his daddy tell him, "Hey, don't fuck up the bag."
Yeah,
and he conduct himself in.
I'm pretty sure Bill went in on their ass when they came home. I'm pretty sure Bill went off on their ass. Like you gotta be smart in that, bro. They already looking for a reason.
Absolutely,
they already looking for one. Don't
gonna
give
be
it
all
to
right,
him.
though. He gonna be all right. The dude didn't get beat that bad. It ain't.
I just hate it because to me, I hate it because it's like added stress for him. Because I ain't gonna lie, I'm an avid boxing fan, bro. And I get a lot of hate on my channel because they know I like Devin. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But like, I want to see him take his year off, come back, fight a mandatory or somebody light, get back on the horse, so to speak, and get back in contention, bro. You know what I'm saying? Erickson Lubin did it. And I like Erickson Lubin. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I like, you know what I mean? Like, it's a sport. And that's one thing I profess over here over and over. People got to understand. This shit not personal, bro. It's a sport. And I get sick of people treating this sport as if it's personal.
But you want to know why I think that? You want to know why I think people take it personal?
What?
Because we're talking about boxing and the pugilism, right? We're talking about fights, right?
Right.
Fights ain't sport like where we come from. Like when we nub up, right? Like some of us come from it where it do be sport, but there's trauma involved with that. There's pain involved with that. Yeah. When you catch a fade and y'all looking, you on your side with your homeboy's on your side with you here at the other side, right? And so that's where I think it taps into that visceralness, right? Because it's combat. So it's like it can't be, you can't have both. It's like, nah, they're about to get in the ring and put their lives on the line, right?
Nah.
So I think like viscerally, it'd be like, nah, this is my guy, choose a side. I don't want to see nobody punch on my guy. Like, you feel me? I'll ride for him. And so I think that's the type of mentality that kind of where you get the fandom of boxing to where it's like, nah, like my guy, like you can go in there and lose your life.
We gotta learn though to separate the two. It's cool to root. Like I like Bud, fight night, fuck y'all. Ain't nobody beat Bud. I don't give a fuck what you say. But at the same time though, I'm not gonna root to the point where I'm gonna justify like shit. Yeah, dude, that shit was gangster. Fuck all that. Like I feel like as black folks, not to get on political shit, bro, but like we bring personal and too much shit. Like I ain't gonna tell my age, bro. But I knew in the 90s, goddamn me, that what I was hearing in my earphones was fantasy. You understand what I'm saying? Like I understood that. You understand? They was imitating what they grew up from. You see what I'm saying? Like, hold on, let me finish. Like,
yeah.
And nowadays, the difference is you get called fake for doing that. That was entertainment. I'm listening to Spice One, right? Spice One talking about what he did, this, and that, third. Nigga, no, you not. You on a fucking album. If you is, you self-snitching. You not in jail. I had no common sense to understand that. And it's just entertainment. It's not to say that he never did it, but at this moment, you're not. You understand what I'm saying? And it's sad today that when you got these new guys coming out, they feel like they got to live it while they're rapping it. Like, that's not what's up.
And that's what I was going to tell you. That's the era now that we live in, right? But you also got to come from the generation that we came from, too. That generation is when we lost our minds. I'm an 80s baby, right? So in the 90s, you got the crack era and all that, right? You got to realize, like, it took all of the adults away from us. So those who were at that age, who was making music and all that and became well off is like, yeah, it was a persona. It was entertainment. But what we got, where we're at now, remember, but think about, you have to be resourced back then in the 90s. That's what I like hip hop back in the day, right? You had to really say something because in order for you to get your tape cut, to get in the studio, it costs so much money to do that. So that's why you see like what they was really talking about something when they got up in there. It was real storytelling. It was somebody resourced in their right mind to get there. Because if you was from the streets tripping, you wouldn't have made it to the studio to cut the record. Now I can cut the record from my home. AI cleaned up nice, right? And because of that, I can drop this track and beef with the homies on the or beef with my ops across the town and get it spread out. So that's the difference now, because this music now is a reality for some of these youth, and it's a pressure of you got to live out what you rap, or you got to respond. Cool, I know, but it comes from our culture. Don't work.
It comes right.
But I'm gonna tell you what's wrong. But I'm gonna tell you. We got it, but what I'm saying is it's like it's bigger forces with our culture. I'll just leave with this because I'm real keen on this because I come from gun violence. I was on the inside and all that. I mentor youth and all that. Like we interrupt violence and all of that, right? And
I'm about to get you on my channel and talk about that.
Yep, most definitely we can. Most definitely. I got a channel too. I'll get you on my channel too.
Oh,
but,
man,
I'm on Rainier Avenue Radio, but I got my own host show. But what I would say is this, brother, is I would say when it comes to guns, right? If you go to our elders before, they say back in my day, we used to fight like men and use our fists, right?
Yeah.
And then in my day, there was the guns there. And see, there's a thing about guns, right? Guns are they don't perish. They're non-perishable items. So all the guns that was around when I was a young teenager 20 years ago are all around, plus more in this military grade. And then we got a whole generation of individuals with addiction, with not only with cocaine, but then meth and opioids and this fentanyl crisis and these pills, right? And so it's a whole different thing of how these type of drugs and the lack of resources in these communities of how our youth are really numb and really losing their minds because it's a progression of violence, right? That was there, and a proliferation of weapons that was not there when we were their age. So that's why we look at it and be like, damn, why they tripping? Why they going out like that? Because it's like, hey, if you ain't figuring out a way to resource yourself to take care of your basic needs, to have a roof over your head and take care of your kids, then that crashing out mentality is like, it's tied into lack of resources. Yeah, I'm blessed right now to I just did it like this because I love this talk. This is some real stuff.
Me too.
I'm blessed right now to come from where I come from low income housing up in Seattle, Washington, where when I walked out of my apartment complex as a teenager, it was a blade and a track. They was moving dope out there, and it was prostitution. I'm proud to say that I'm 38 years old, a proud husband and a father that stays in a suburb out the way in a gated community, and my kids ain't around no corners. And the worst thing they can do is ring somebody's doorbell and run off. There ain't nothing around for them to do anything else, right? And I know my kids, I ain't got to worry about them getting shot in this neighborhood. They fed. We got food in our cupboards, right? It's going to be a different experience for them than it was for me.
I would love to have this conversation with you, bro. I got another channel. It's SLK50 TV, bro. When I go live, I definitely would love to have you over there talk about this because, like, everything you said got so many layers to it. It's crazy, bro. It's so many layers to it. You know what I mean? Like, especially the part, you know, about the guns and all that stuff. Like, I remember toting guns in the 90s, bro. But there
wasn't no Dracos back then.
No, but the main thing, it was Uzis, go. But
Tech 9s.
But the main thing about it was that even though I was out there toting a gun, I still had my father's voice in the back of my head.
There you go.
So it wasn't shoot first. It was like, say me and you got into it, right? I want my homeboy, I be like, there go Blaze right there. I'm finna step. All right. We step to you, like, what's good, bro? Yeah, I take my piece out. Right, catch a fade. I take my gun and say, hold this, bro. And you understand what I'm saying? It wasn't no, but that come from your upbringing, because kids gonna still do what they want to do, but that voice of my father in my head, like, dog, that ain't what that's for. That's for real beef. That's for real funk. Nigga, I know you gonna do what you want to do, nigga, but that ain't it. You ain't just about to be out shooting nobody like that. You know what I mean? Yeah. And then, like, just touch on another point you made, man. Like you, I'm from St. Louis, Missouri, fam. And I moved to St. Charles just so my little girl, well, I'm be honest with you, I'm a city boy. My wife, before she passed away, she was like, I want to move to St. Charles because of my grandma. She tricked me, bro. She tricked me. Got me out. We never moved back, you know, and I got my girls or whatever, and to have them out here. But I hate that we had to move where we from. You see what I'm saying? Because I only came to this because now I'm on the outside looking in.
Yeah,
you see what I'm saying? Like, why is it like when you in this shit, you don't realize what's going on, you know, because you part of it. But when you're outside, like, damn, this shit fucked up. And I love the city. You know what I mean? I love St. Louis. But it's like, damn, bro, I shouldn't have to move just so my babies have a great life. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck, bro? Like, this shit crazy.
What you gotta take into consideration is that the configuration and the infrastructure of your city that you loved was planned for it to be like that. We were redlined here, right? So it's like we love our city.
Yeah, you gotta come on my channel.
We love our city, right? But remember, like, what you know, the difference is now over there and over there, it's resourced environments, right? From the hill where we come from, it's under resourced, and we make way with what we got, but it creates so much chaos. When you don't got your basic needs met, right? And you can't, you feel me, mitigate trauma, or, you know, when they criminalized addiction, when an under-resourced environment and throw them in jail. But if you live in a suburb, we can get you in a rehab, then we can get you back in a sober and clean environment, right?
Facts,
you feel me? Like, this is it's a different experience. So yeah, we love our cities, right? Because the city, when we didn't have nothing, we had each other, right? And that love there, right? For who you have, your people. When y'all didn't have nothing, like, we made it from nothing, like, we survived it. So there's an affinity to that type of relationships that we have, and your crew and who you came up with, and you feel me? But at the same time, it's built into trauma. It's some blood in, blood out. We died for our crew. You ain't even know the gangbanger. You feel me?
Right.
You just you the bonds that you have and the friendships that you have growing up with your mama's best friends, brothers, kids is your cousins. You feel me? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's a different type of culture there. That's what you miss. You don't miss the infrastructure, because the government, how they had it, we wasn't supposed to be living like that. You know what I'm saying? And so to go out into a suburb, right, and be like, oh, that we ain't here, but it's safe. There's no trauma. Cost of living, you can afford milk. You see what I'm saying? It's like, hey, them is the reasons why you stayed out there. You know what I'm saying? For the sake of your kids, and why your wife wanted you out there, because we active over there.
Right.
You feel me?
You're right. There you go. And that's exactly what she told me. She said, you'd have been hell in jail if we stayed out there.
See?
She straight told me in her face.
She ain't far from it, right?
She knew me.
Know
she
how
was
we
like,
gonna react in our
that exactly. You know what I mean? And like I said, I gotta get you on my other channel, bro. Like, bruh, you will be shocked how many people don't understand what redlining does. Like, they don't get it.
Yeah.
Like, they don't get it. And like when they see these basketball teams and all that baseball teams, I said, do you know where down there every baseball team, basketball team is in a impoverished city?
Yeah, and the government subsidized that stadium to pay for it.
Yeah, it's
and
crazy,
you got them all
bro.
in them concession stands. They can't afford the food that they selling.
Yeah, bro. I said, come to St. Louis, bro, and think going to the Cardinal Stadium is just all peachy cream. You know what I'm saying? Like, that ain't what's up. Go to Chicago, go see a Bulls game. The Bulls Stadium is in the middle of the hood, bro. Like, what are you talking about, bro? Like, you know what I mean? Like, people don't understand that, and then all that money is flooded through there. But nothing is going to the city, bro. Nothing is helping the city. But it's on purpose, bro. We got this street called Kings Highway that leads up to Delmar, and I showed my homeboys and shit. I said, if you think I'm playing, y'all don't know what redlining is, I'm finna show you. I took them up Delmar, right when you cross Delmar. I'm talking, as soon as you cross Delmar off Kings Highway, it's beautiful. Turn around is just trash. It's literally you turn this way and turn it, and it shows that's the line. That line,
that's the line.
And it's all the way around, and it's a real thing, and they don't get that. You know, anything outside of that,
all across America.
Yeah,
you can draw that line, that maps all across America.
Yeah,
you know, and that's what we got to realize and think, right, and had a historical aspect of that now about how do we navigate that. Like, you know that to be true, right? But those who are in those environments, like you said, you can't see it when you in it. You got to have a contrast. You got to be out of it. I
didn't. There you go. I didn't see it. I'm gonna be honest with you. We was out here in St. Charles probably about my second year, and I was like, I'm about to ride, and I went rode through the hood, and I was like, bruh. Like, I started asking myself weird questions, like, damn, why is that like that? Why is that like now I'm not desensitized no more. You see what I'm saying? I could see it.
Yeah.
I could see it now. Like, this is not right. Cause I'd have been out here 2 years and I see how they move out here. You see what I'm saying? I'm getting letters on my door talking about town hall meeting consists of a tattoo shop wants to be voted in the neighborhood. Where the fuck is that in the city? You see what I'm saying? Like, why we got liquor stores right across the street from the church. Where the fuck was that letter at? You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
None of that stuff happened, bro. But I don't want to cut it short right here, bro, man. But I'm going to go ahead and get up off here, man. Like I said, man. Hey, before you get off, I don't know if you see on your phone where it says private chat. Put your radio show in there, man, because I'm definitely coming through. Put it in the chat, but definitely put in private chat because I can copy it that way.
I got you right here on the stream.
Yeah, make sure you come over here to GMT Sports Subscribe. Come through SLK 50 TV. That's where I talk all my research. I got another podcast called GMT Podcast, Grown Man Talk Podcast. Yeah, this is shit I be on, bro.
So what's the name of the podcast real quick? Because I definitely want to make sure I jump on and subscribe.
This is GMT Sports at GMT Sports over here with you on right now.
Yep.
Then I have another.
Okay, I got you.
Yep. Then I have another channel that's SLK 50 TV, and I hold a podcast.
50 TV. I got you.
Yep, and that's the real life, like the shit we talking about now, fam.
Yep, I got you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, I definitely enjoy this. And this right here, Centering Voices. This is on YouTube, or where's it at?
Check me out on Instagram. Centering Voices. That's where you'll find me. And then my radio station I'm putting on right now is Rainer Avenue Radio, and it's called Centering Voices with Blaze. And you know, my platform is I interview individuals locally from my community.
That's dope.
You know, I go live on Thursdays. Been on a hiatus a few weeks now, but I'm
putting it in my notes now, so when I shut it down, I'll be able to go on there. Where you go? Where you go? If you still saying something, Blaze, come on up. I hope your phone didn't die, bro. Everybody bailed too. Oh, there you go. There you go. I was like, where you go?
Yeah, I had lost because I was in the chat and then bump out. But I interview individuals from my community who do a bunch of different work, a whole bunch of different work. So I do 30-minute segments on just centering them, what they do, where they from, and then what's at the forefront that they passionate about right then, and then upcoming events and rotating. So and then I've been doing them locally around the Seattle area, King County area, up where I'm at Northwest. But I'm for sure looking forward to taking it, across the nation and even across the world.
Yeah, man.
Individuals that do work in a community. So I'll center y'all voice for your community, and I would love to, interview you. You talk about where you from, right?
Facts.
And it's at the forefront of what you passionate about, and then what you got on the cooker.
Damn right. I'm with it, man. Damn right. We gonna connect, bro. I just put that. Hey, everybody, I just put that in the chat. Centering Voices, man. Y'all go to Instagram and subscribe to Blaze, man. There's some dope content. I know he gonna have some dope content. So y'all make sure y'all go over that way and do that for my boy. Yes, sir, man. Hey, I appreciate you coming on. Like I say, I'm on here every Friday, sometime through the week. You know what I'm saying? Talking boxing. You know what I mean? Make sure you come through, Blaze. Straight up.
Definitely, most definitely. I'll definitely drop by again, man. I appreciate it.
Right on. I appreciate you, Blaze. 100.
All right, peace. You have a great.
You too. Right on. Yo, that was dope. That was dope convo. I don't know where T.O. and everybody else dipped off, man. They could have jumped in the convo, but it's all good, baby. Hey, we went through it all. Overall, though, all the topics was great, man. DJ, where your ass at, man? Because I got some questions. How does Nikita, where is it at, man? I got to pull it up. We done with the topics. Let me get rid of the topics. By topics. Where did I pull that card up at? While I was talking the whole time, I had screenshot. Where is it at, bro? Mark Wynn. Hey, shout out to Mark Wynn. Yeah, it ain't over yet, man. I'm still on here. I want to ask y'all about this card, especially Aussie fellas, but where the hell did it go? Oh, I'm in the wrong folder. My bad, y'all. I'm like, I know I screen. Okay, here it is. Is this it? No, that's not it. Damn it. Nikita Zoo versus Cohen Manzauerter. Is that his name? It's a whole card. I need to know how to watch this. I've watched Nikita before. I'm a fan. I want to see him. And I need to know Mark and DJ. Oh, he say here. Bet. Have y'all heard any news on this Tim Zoo situation, bro? Because it seems like they got Nikita ironed out, but I can kind of understand because it's strictly no limit with him, right? Or am I wrong? Y'all know I like having my facts straight. Anthony Robertson, man, I've been seeing you the whole time, dude. I can give you a salute. You've been active in the chat, bro. If it was an award for most active in the chat, bro, you, DJ, and Mark. Appreciate you guys being active in the chat. I really do. Donald Trump, a Yankee landlord, y'all are stupid. I don't know nothing about no Donald Trump, and I do, but I'm just saying, bro. Okay, you drug dealers and gangbangers are voting for Trump. Y'all are stupid. Okay, yeah, you on some other shit. But you don't. Okay, you a troll, Anthony, man. You were saying, man, you not a whole troll, bro. Like, you were saying some cool shit in the chat, man. Now all of a sudden you turn troll on me, bro. It's all good, man. I'll let you fly. I'll let you live, bro. But you dummies and stupid vote for Trump. You felons are stupid. I ain't no felon, bro. You done lost your damn mind. My boy, I explained it to DJ in the chat. If Nikita win, he will be ranked in the top 15, 154. Woo! So that means Tim gonna have to move then. So that means Tim gonna move. I heard, okay, what'd you say? I've heard nothing formal over here on Tim, but most legit outlets are talking like it's a done deal. Okay. I haven't been back on No Limit Instagram. So, or the website I go to on y'all side. AUS.boxing. I haven't been back on it today, but I'm hoping it's final, bro, because if he go to the top 15, that means Tim about ready to move, right? And necessarily, Tim don't got to move. He just ain't going to never fight his brother. He can get the belts and drop them hoes and then move. You know what I mean? That's what I would do. Be honest with you. You know what I mean? Real talk. I hope y'all like the new stuff I was testing out. I don't know if y'all noticed it. You know what I mean? We got the ticker. It's legit. If you read it, it got all like the latest headlines for boxing. You can take them headlines and Google them and get the full article, which is pretty dope. Like right now, it's letting you know Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul is not a boxing match. It's a reality show. Take that, Google it, and you'll get the full article. You know what I'm saying? It's pretty dope. Like I said, man, all my socials is, right here now. I've been working, baby. I've been working. DJ, what's happening, baby?
There you go. I think we all dropped down to let you two boys cook.
Oh, okay. I hope we weren't boring, y'all.
So real quick, rather than having 50 million messages in chat, so Mark has put a little bit of a hint on how you can watch it if you go back into the chat next to his name. You're probably all over it anyway, in that respect. He also said that over here they want us to spend $70 for the pay-per-view. I'm not doing that.
They want y'all to spend $70 on what? What pay-per-view?
To watch Nikita.
What?
Yeah. So, if it was a stacked card, I might consider it, because I do want to support him, but there's a line in the sand. Now, what Mark's saying about Nikita going to getting ranked in the top 15, that's probably fair, but he's still a long way off getting to the top echelon of 154. Okay. You got to remember, like, this will be fight number, I'd have to check, but maybe pro fight number 12.
Who, for Nikita?
For Nikita, yeah.
No, he 9-0.
Well, there you go. So even if he is ranked, I think it would be a suicide mission to actually throw him in there with some of those top guys. 154.
Yeah, 9-0, right.
He'll just have to do it like everyone else has to do it and just work his way up the rankings over time. But I think he's one of the challenges now that he's going to have is he's running out of domestic fights that can help him get better.
Right.
So this one will be a different fight for him, but he only gets beat if he gets reckless, really.
Yeah, this guy's 12-3. He only got 5 KOs though.
Yeah, but Josie Parr's in the undercard too. So that was that 20-year-old that I was telling you to have a bit of a look at. I'm wondering whether she can be something in time. Because she's got the flyweight WIBA title. Women's International Boxing Association flyweight world title. So we'll see how she goes. But nothing really on Tim, which is a little bit strange. But I think remember I said to you that there feels like, and for no other reason than it's just unusual behaviour, No Limit this last 6 months are all kind of feel like they're in a bit of a brain fade. They come in and announce a fight that wasn't done, and so they got egg on their face there. Mm-hmm. Then they come on and make an announcement about making a future announcement, and then come back on and say, we're really excited, we've got an announcement coming, and then say nothing. And then when you look at like Pro Box and everywhere else that are normally in the know, even over there on the Boxing Voice, I mean, they're talking like it's a done deal. Right. So whether No Limit are just too busy getting organised for Nikita and don't want to take the shine off Nikita's week by making it all about Tim.
Yeah, maybe we wait the next week and see what's up. I get that. I ain't think about that.
Because Australian journalists are driving me mad over here. They have an interview with Tim and ask about Nikita or his father. And then they have an interview with Nikita and then ask Nikita about Tim and his father. Like, how many times are you going to keep asking the same questions? You know, these boys are trying to create their own profiles. Why keep talking about their brother and their father? Just let it go. Mm-hmm. So, Mexican Boxing's back. That's good.
Right.
In the chat there.
Yeah, he back. Who's the Mexican Boxing one? The favorite troll of he our mascot. That's what I see. He our mascot DJ. He's the grumpy Mexican boxing number one.
He's all right.
He's the grumpy one.
Likes coming in here and doing what RC likes to do, just wind up punch a little bit. But
yeah.
So either that or things have gone pear-shaped, which is possible. That's the other thing. So I would like them to say it's officially off for whatever excuse that they want to make. Negotiations, someone got hurt, whatever it is, or come on and say. But I'm hoping after this week when it's all, or maybe even straight after the fight, sometimes George makes a mistake of talking about people he shouldn't on the night that one of those boys won. So maybe just wait until next week. If you don't hear anything next week, that'll be, what's that? That's, 6 weeks before the fight. At the end of this week, they'll have 6 weeks before September, October. Yeah, about 6 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Wouldn't it be? To the October 9? Yeah, around about 6 weeks. So, look, I haven't heard anything, but then how much do they need to promote it in Australia? I don't know.
I don't know, but that was a great point. Because I'm sitting there like, what the fuck? Like, why are they not saying nothing? I keep reading. Like I said, TBV said it. A couple other places is talking about it like it should be done. But everybody's saying it's done except No Limit or PBC. You get what I'm saying? Like, that's what I be looking for. And then I go on there today. They tell me they got Nikita whole card on his motherfucker. I'm like, the fuck? But it makes sense. They might not be trying to steal his shine.
And also, they might be working with PBC if PBC has still got some other good fights they're potentially working on the undercard. Until they're locked away, they can come and say, here's your main event or here's your co-main event and here's your undercard. Rather than saying, here's your main event and we've got nothing for you on the undercard at this stage.
Got you. Hey, how much you know about this guy, Tommy Brownie?
What was he? He was the heavyweight peripherally a little bit. He was nothing, well, in my limited education, there was nothing huge about him. Like, it's not like he's a household name over here. I mean, I'm not talking for the hardcore Australian boxing fans either. So, why do you ask that?
Because he's fighting Michael Zafra, and they the co-main event, and I was just wondering.
Oh.
And I'm looking at the records, 31-5 and 19 KOs, and the other one's 45-8, 2 draws and 19 KOs.
Here's what looks to be happening with Zarafa. I don't know if you know much about Michael Zarafa. Lara sat him on his ass for the
I looked
world
that up.
title, middleweight 160. The night before Tim fought in April.
Right.
He's got a bit of a mouth on him that doesn't really go well with the Australian population. I'm talking about Michael Zarafa. Okay. And he's come back over and somehow he's now with the coach, Jeff Horn's old coach, where if you go back in history, Michael Zarafa was given it to Jeff Horn's coach about how he didn't stop the fight and he couldn't prepare Jeff Horn when Jeff Horn was getting all these L's next to his name. Now it looks like perhaps they're going to feed Michael Zarafa to Nikita at 154 because there's a bit of a history there where Michael Zarafa was supposed to fight Tim Tszyu in Newcastle about 2 years ago. That was when COVID was on, So No Limit, George and Glenn Jennings at the time flew everyone from overseas that was on the undercard into Newcastle. Zarafa was in Victoria and said that he couldn't get a flight. So he just ruined the whole card.
Damn.
Ruined the whole card between Tim and Michael Zarafa. So now Michael Zarafa's back on the undercard of Nikita with No Limit. So when we're trying to put those dots together, I'm going, well, they must be, because Michael's talking Tim Tszyu. Tim Tszyu doesn't want anything to do with Michael Zarafa. The only chance that Tim fights Michael Zarafa is if Tim loses his next 2 fights, or he's not been managed well by No Limit. The Australian media are trying to build it up into something, but anyone that knows any of the history behind it says we're not paying a cent for Tim Tszyu and Michael Zarafa. That's just like, that'll be like a glorified sparring match for Tim Tszyu. Really, it's just Zarafa wanting to get a final payout off the back of the Tszyu name.
Gotcha.
So I don't know how Michael's going to fight. I don't think Michael's won any fight overseas when I had a look at his record. The only ones that he's won has been at home in Australia. So he doesn't tend to travel that well. But yeah, look, I don't know what's going on with Tim, and we could probably, that might be just a reflection of the last 6 months. When you think about the cut with Virgil, you know, how much of that was politics or real.
Right.
Then the whole Erickson Lubin. So that's the 3rd time this has gone round in circles with Erickson Lubin.
Yep.
And now everyone seems to be banking on October 19 over there in, what is it, Florida or something like that. And nothing's been formally announced.
Right.
So you probably are wiser than me in that respect. Is it normal that PBC would announce it?
They would, yeah.
So it's not really on No Limit, is it? That's what I was also thinking about. I don't
well,
think.
I would think that they would announce it on your side because they're still associated with them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but remember, Tim's over there training.
What's up, Mark?
He won't come back. G'day, Mark. Tim won't come back to Australia before that fight. He's over there in the US training now, I think.
Yeah, but I'm saying though, he still want to get to I mean, that's the point. PBC acquired him. I mean, he has a whole nother country behind him, so they have to. You know, I think you guys will get a glimpse of it first before us.
But maybe they'll have a full press conference announcement.
I hope so.
Once they've got a full undercard and all those sorts of things. Because you got to remember too, the rumours that RC told you about maybe what's happening with PBC next year. This might be the time of year where PBC are going, well, because they come under pretty good criticism for their schoolyard conference for the April fight, remember? It looked like they'd just thrown a couple of chairs in a blank hall with a... So maybe they're up on their game and they just want to present it a lot better. And then it would be on PBC. And if Tim's already over there, they might have both of them at the press conference when they announce it.
Right.
Go big or go home. So, Mark, what do you think?
First thing I'll say is you can't hang shit on Zarafa for not winning any fights overseas because Tim's only won one as well. I'm not a Zarafa fan either, but I just that was what triggered me to ring in because I heard you say that and I thought, wow, Tim's only won one overseas fight. So
yeah, fair enough. But then Tim's not coming back and running his mouth off like a dill either. So
no, definitely not.
I want to see any Aussie do well. You know that, Mark. It's just the bloke irks me a little bit because there's a clear difference between smack talk and then just disrespectful talk.
Yeah, no, he's an absolute dill, mate. But I don't know about him and Nikita, though. I'm not sure that's a good move for Nikita.
It's probably a little bit too early for Nikita, I agree.
Exactly.
But look, whilst ever they keep swapping names and somebody just keeps throwing shade on your last name, eventually you're going to get sick of it, right? And go, just put him in the ring because I want to teach him a lesson.
Right.
No different to what Slick was saying earlier about Bud when old mate was talking about his family. At some stage, enough's enough.
Well, right. I've no doubt Tim wants to tear his head off, but there's no money in it, so that's not going to happen.
Well, you're not going to say no to Golden Boy with Virgil, no to Al Heyman and PBC, and no to Turkey Al Sheik to take a fight with Michael Zerafa, are you?
Oh no, there's probably another 8 names you could name that you're not going to you'd take well before Zerafa, but yeah, he's a disrespectful fool, to be honest.
He's really that bad. I've never heard him talk.
Look, I'm not a big Cambosis fan either, to be honest. He turned me off when he started walking around with a gangster trench coat on, and
I didn't like that neither.
Talking like a big man, like he was some sort of gangster after he beat Tio.
Tio, right. I didn't like that.
And then Devin come over and made him look like a complete idiot. So that turned me right off. But this Zerafa, he's not a man.
Slick, it's like someone that tries too hard. Like he wants to embrace the villain, right? But in trying too hard to do that, in my mind, he crosses a line between good banner and, a little bit of trash talk, and then just goes straight into complete disrespect.
Got you.
So that's my opinion of it. But then, look, I'm not going to get too emotional about it. It's not going to keep me awake at night. Mark, while you're here, I saw one of your, if you go into private chat and put your Facebook details in there.
Yeah.
Now.
Yeah, okay. I'll have to figure that out. I'm not good with this technology.
What's your name on there? What's your name on there?
The same as my name's written on here when I comment.
Oh, okay.
Well, that'll be easy because surely there's only one of you in Australia.
That's how I rock with technology.
The thing is on the state side. The thing is on the state side, it's hard because it don't show. I guess it don't show other countries. I don't know how it works, but the only way I got DJ because DJ found me, and I don't know how you found me because I couldn't find him. I was like, man.
I know if I type my name into Google, not Google, Facebook search, it comes up with hell of a different, a lot of people.
Hey, find me. Hey, find me and send me a message. It's at the top of the screen. You see it. It's gonna come back around. Facebook at Lacy Lacy LACY, and it's gonna be a picture of a cartoon version of me. It's like a Funko Pop. I don't know if you know what a Funko is.
It actually reminded me of one of those little Lego men.
Yeah. I got. But if I showed you my camera right now, you'll be like, "What the hell you got going on in this room?"
But Mark's
you seen it, right?
Mark's gonna have to wait a week, like I did when you send a friend request.
Yeah,
sits in your inbox for a week before you find it. Oh, here he is.
He got on and show his damn beard. I'm almost there. God damn it! I'm almost there. You see,
he's got possums living in there.
Yeah, I'm almost there. I said I'm gonna let it grow. God damn it.
Yours isn't that much shorter than mine, Slick, to be honest. It was just the angle the camera was on the other day.
But yeah,
I've only been growing mine for not even 2 years yet.
Yeah, your shit grew way faster than mine. Shit.
About 2 years, yeah.
But I'm gonna show. Let me see if I can pull it up. But if I can make my camera move, if it act right today, I can show you what I'm talking about, so you can have an idea of what it's gonna look like. I don't know if it's gonna pop up.
Slick, let's see. You gotta have as much body hair as possible over there in Western Australia, so the sharks don't eat you.
Fuck that. Fuck them
Just
sharks.
don't go in the water, mate. That's what I do. Fuck the ocean.
These little boxes are Funkos, but I'm trying to get to something. Okay. Stop. Program. Stop. See, I knew it was gonna act right. This stupid ass.
Mark, do you know much about this bloke that Zarafa's supposed to be fighting?
No, I don't know anything at all, to be honest. But it's not. He wasn't that heavyweight, dude. That's
No.
It's gonna look like one of these damn toy things right here.
Yeah, I realised that after I said that. Slick, oh, no, that's Lucas Brown, not Tim Brown. So
yeah.
It's gonna look like one of these toy motherfuckers.
I don't know nothing. I'd have to punch it into box rec.
Yeah. Hey Mark, when you go look me up at Lacey, it's gonna be like one you see on the screen right here. It's gonna like one of these little motherfuckers right here. Except it's gonna be me, shaped like one of these big head motherfuckers, but in a cartoon form. That's what it's gonna be.
Yeah. All right.
Catch you next time, Punch, if you're still here. I'm just catching up on messengers.
I think Punch. He said he was going to sleep.
Yeah. Look, you wanted to go too, Slick. I just thought it was easier to come up and have a quick conversation than have 50,
no doubt,
50
man.
little comments. So
yeah, no doubt, man. I just wanted to really see because, like I said, it's a double promotion, so I would think No Limit, maybe the night of the fight, when his fight's over, maybe they'll announce it or something. I just see one thing I know about. I like boxing when there's a dominant force in every region, right? Remember the Klitschko's? You had Zoo Daddy, Tim Zoo Daddy. You had, you know what I mean? In every country, it just makes the sport better. So, like when he just fell out the mix, I'm like, damn, where is he at? You know what I mean? Like that's a whole country that brings excitement.
I'm sure that DJ was right, what he said earlier a few minutes ago, that they don't usually, while Nikita's got a fight coming up and they're trying to suck $70 out of everybody, they don't announce anything about Tim. But then within a day or two, 3, a week after the fight, after Nikita's fight, they'll announce Tim stuff. That's what they do every time.
And that's crazy, $70, because you guys usually get the cheap. It'd be cheaper for y'all. We get hit with the high price.
But I don't think. I think the Zoo Fundora fight. How much did you pay for that? I'm pretty sure you paid less than we did.
Fuck no.
Yeah.
No.
Different.
No, we paid $79.99.
Difference is for this one. I think you'll probably find that No Limit will be using a broadcaster. Their broadcast partner will be Main Event.
Main Event. Okay. I got the app on my phone.
Yeah, that's what it says. Main Event and KO, yeah?
Yeah. So KO might be a little bit cheaper because that's a year-long subscription that comes with other sports and other things, where Main Event is just a one-off special entertainment package that probably costs you more. So I think that's where DAZN and a few of those others
Hey, DJ, I guarantee you they're going to charge us Aussies $70 to $80 for that Tim Zoo fight on KO. We don't get to watch Tim Zoo for nothing.
But I think they've got to make that mistake to realise that
is it because
Nikita's not going to bring as much as Tim. So I think they need to afford to make that mistake, because next time round they'll go, oh shit, we didn't do the numbers or whatever it might be, and they might bring it back down. Because you forget,
I don't understand why Nikita's on pay-per-view to start with, to be honest.
At 9-0, at 9-0.
But I heard Deep Dive Boxing. He was talking about it the other day, and he said, and that's an Australian boxing YouTube channel. He was saying that
I watched that.
Yeah, he was saying that it was Main Event. There's not No Limit that was putting that price on it. It was the broadcaster that was putting the $70 on that fight for Nikita.
That's crazy. That's crazy though, because y'all usually have it cheaper, and they get $70. It's not, but it's not over here though. So like you say, I got the Main Event app on my phone.
Yeah,
and I have to go check. But like, that's crazy though, because he's only 9-0.
Yeah, it's the name.
Yeah, but it's because he's got the name.
So they kind of.
If his name was,
it's a funny sort of game.
Nikita win, you wouldn't be paying for it. Simple as that.
Like if this was the States, we wouldn't even know who Nikita was right now. At 9-0, he would be on Friday Night Fights.
So it's funny how they roll, Slick, because what they do for a few months leading into the actual event is they keep attaching Tim and Costa's name to Nikita, right? But then when it gets closer, they disconnect that name and then try to still use all three names to drive the pay-per-views and the pricing, right? So for a sports fan or a casual that isn't doing their homework, just goes, oh, Azu's fighting. Yeah, I want to watch that. Well, that probably only happens 100 times rather than 10,000 times, for those ticket sales. So I think they've just got to, while they do so well with Tim, I think they're still trying to find the balance with promoting Nikita. And I think the best way to do that long term is to disconnect the two, stop interviewing them both about each other, and let him be his own man and build his own brand so that he can build his own fan base, not steal Tim's fan base, and get the numbers that they want.
Right.
But look, I'm not in that game. They won't be stupid. They'll have all the numbers in front of them. They'll know what they can expect to draw from Nikita, because there's probably a few of them, to be honest, that hope to see that. I won't say that. I'm wondering what performance Michael will put on the undercard, because if he loses, there's definitely no Zoo ever. And Jazzy Parr, because I see that she's starting to get a little bit of a following as well, particularly.
Hey, DJ, and that is she is Wayne Parr's daughter.
Yes, and her mum was a world champ Muay Thai as well. She's from Mexico, isn't she?
I'm not sure, but I think the whole family's sort of fighters. Yeah. But Wayne Parr's record, I box wrecked him, and I forget what it was now.
He was 9. Didn't he fight Anthony Mundine back in the day?
Damn, I ain't heard that name in so long. Anthony Mundine. Damn.
Yeah, good. He's worse than George Kambosos, that bloke.
I ain't heard that name in a while, but he had some promise behind it. I remember he was promoting over this way.
Had a big mouth too.
Damn.
To be fair, though, he did have some boxing skill. Like he did.
Yeah, he has a little bit of skill, but I promise you, I ain't heard that name in years.
Yeah, it's been a while since he's fought. He fought how long ago? A couple of years ago. He had another fight, and he got cleaned up in the first or second round, I think.
Damn.
Well,
how old is he now? Shit.
Didn't Jeff Gordon fight him when Mundine was 40-something?
No, I don't know. No, Mundine's not 40-something, sure. No,
yes, he is. But look, him and Danny Green went at it. How many fights they have? 3?
Two.
2, and then Danny Green bought
Roy Jones out.
Roy Jones over here and
beat him. Roy Jones out second round. And I paid $80 for that fight too. I was not impressed with that.
Damn. I'm not even sure whether Roy Jones even bothered jogging around the block for that fight. You can't beat Roy Jones Jr. in 2 rounds.
No.
It was definitely a gimmick thing. I remember it was on my birthday. So I ordered it, and it lasted about a round and 30 seconds or something. So I replayed it. I replayed it like 30 times just so I could get the money for it.
Hey, Slick, have you made up your mind whether you're going to watch the Mayweather fight in a couple of days?
Oh, I think that's tomorrow, ain't it? Isn't it tomorrow?
Yeah. Hey, you might be able to watch it. I might watch it. Just saying.
Yeah, I know the way. But I may watch it tomorrow. Ain't nothing else coming on tomorrow? Let me check.
When's Canelo's fight? That's not for a while yet.
September 14th. I know when that is.
Yeah.
I was trying to get a bite out of Tio earlier when I tried to insinuate that he promised I'd get a Canelo and Benavidez fight. You shut that down in a hurry. No, DJ, that's not what I said. I said it wouldn't happen.
Right. Yeah, that's tomorrow at 8:00 my time. Let's see. Most likely I'll probably get
I'm not bothering.
because I don't
bothering.
see nothing else coming up. Let's see. Yep. Tomorrow. No, that's the 28th. Yep. 24th.
If it ain't raining tomorrow, I'm going for a ride. Fucking Mayweather. That's clown shit. That's like Jake Paul shit now.
Yeah, but I think let me see if Carmel Moten on there. I'll watch it, Carmel. Well, Victor Ortiz on there. What? Victor Ortiz is on there for exhibition. Why is it exhibition? Why is Victor Ortiz fighting an exhibition?
Have you got the right one, Victor or Virgil?
No, Victor Ortiz.
It wouldn't be Virgil.
Yeah, it would be Virgil. Yeah, Victor Ortiz is
recovering from that
not old. Victor Ortiz ain't old. He can still. What the fuck? Who else on here? It's other people here. I don't even know who they are. Yeah.
Who's Mayweather fighting? Is that Gotti thing again?
Yep.
Yeah.
Gotti
right.
3.
Yeah. Wonder if Gotti's sister going to come out in social media and threaten to kill everybody.
Chris Colbert got a fight tomorrow. That's crazy in the UK. What? I gotta see if that's coming on the Zone or something somewhere.
Mark, have you got your state in your Facebook?
My state?
Yeah, like where you live.
Like drunk or sober or no?
No. As in,
yeah. Well, it's a picture. Well, it's not the Aussie flag. It's like a painting of Australia in the shape of Australia, but it's got the the flag inlaid in it. If you know what I mean. It says something about Benny or Dude's Bar. No, what's that bar called?
Ted's.
Ted's Bar. That's it. Ted's
yeah,
Bar,
I'm staring straight at it.
That's in Bali.
If you know how to share his Facebook, put it in the messages. Cause me and you friends now.
Yep. So I think Mark's got to see it or accept it first, and then I can share it, don't I?
Yeah, there's a vetting process.
I'm not sure. It's probably
you'll investigate
probably
it.
So
people are going to come around, knock on your doors, have a word to you.
You ain't lying, right? Shit. What do you think of Plant versus Adam Hurley said, what do I think about Plant versus McCombie? Plant better not underestimate McCombie. Anybody willing to come on TV with that porn stash like he did, he's crazy. He gonna go balls to the wall. That's what I think McCombie gonna do. He's gonna come in and go balls to the wall. And sometimes the motherfuckers that come in like that, they have success. They land that lucky fucking punch.
Yeah,
and get your ass out of there.
That's all it takes.
Yep. He gonna go in there and be balls to wall. I swear to God. He is for real. So yeah, Plant, being a boxer he is, and a lot of people don't understand. Boxing is different than street fighting. So McCombie going there, balls to the wall, it's gonna throw everything off what Plant trained for.
Yeah, but only for the first few rounds. If he does that for the first few rounds and don't land a big one, Plant will figure him out, and then it'll go 12 rounds, and that'll be that.
Exactly. It's gonna be interesting, but I think McCombie planning coming there balls to the wall, bro. I really do, Mark, Adam Hurley.
Mark, you've got a request there from me.
Well, it'll have to wait because I've already turned me fucking.
That's all right. But when and if you do get that sorted, I'll be able to
send it my way.
Slick will be able to see it on my friends list as well. He'll be able to see it.
Yep, sure will.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. Well, fellas, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up, y'all.
Right.
It's 1 o'clock here, a.m. So
it's
go ahead and lay it down.
Here.
Right, in evening time.
Maybe you should adjust your time so that you're not entertaining into the wee hours of the morning. Why don't you just start it?
That's what I was trying to do. I was like, okay, I ain't gonna lie. I was like, I didn't think I was gonna go international. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I was doing it at 10:15 at night because it's 2 hours back California time. You get what I'm saying? And then East Coast is only an hour ahead of me or something like that. So I was trying to find a middle ground where everybody could see. You know what I mean? And now, like, I got you guys. I got people in what's the other guys that be hitting me up? Where they from? Where's Pacquiao from? Manny Pacquiao.
Malaysia. Oh, Philippines.
Philippines. Yeah, I got guys from the Philippines. I got.
What about you? Must have picked up a heap of Ukrainians.
Yep, I got Ukrainians. I got Lithuanians now. They be on Instagram in my chat, like hit me up, and I'd be like, dang, like I didn't know I've went more international than I have home, believe it or not. Yeah, I think it's because I cover fights that nobody else will cover or whatever. Like, you know what I mean? It's just because I watch all boxing. I just watch everything. So
you jumped up a lot from that. Bud. Who did he fight? Murdered. No.
Madrimov.
Yeah, that fight there, you went up a heap, boy, like 200.
I did. I did. It actually was like 330 motherfuckers. Bullshit, that shit was crazy. Like, I wasn't even live, and I just left it live, and they was in the chat going back and forth, and I was just putting it on the screen.
I looked a few times. I thought, "Fuck, is it still on?" And you weren't even there. All these dudes typing in weird language that you can't even read.
and all there 20,000 or something come through?
Yeah, it was crazy, 20,000, and I was sitting there like this, halfway asleep like this, and I'll look up, put they chat on the screen. And then I'll go down, and they were just still going, and they were still going.
Just getting out of bed where they are, Slick, so they're fully awake and full of beans. But look, Albert's got one last question for you before you do. Shut it down.
All right, let's see. We say opinions. Do you think Berlanga have a chance versus Canelo? Though punches look, yep, balls to the wall. That's what we see. Here's the thing. I'm not even gonna talk shit. This is it. But if you remember early Berlanga, right? He had a long knockout streak, right? And that's because he came in as a puncher, as a brawler, not a boxer, a puncher brawler. Once he left Top Rank, they wanted to turn him into, 2 fights before he left Top Rank, they wanted to turn him into a boxer, right? Somebody who can catch and shoot and all that. But that's not his game. That's not who he is. That's why he gets frustrated and want to bite people and shit, because he don't have the patience for it. He's a fighter. He's not a boxer. He's a fighter. He wants to go in there and fucking fight. If he goes in there with Canelo and want to fucking fight, he got a shot. If he goes in there thinking he's a slick boxer, he's gonna lose early.
Yeah, he's got to fight for sure.
He has to fight, bro.
Yeah,
and it serves Canelo, age and Canelo's skill level perfectly. Because if you go look at Canelo's last 10 fights, anytime somebody throw a punch at Canelo, what'd he do? He'll stand like this until you're done punching. He's not gonna trade with you, bro. He's not. He's gonna wait till you stop, and then he's gonna throw something. So if he could do enough of that and keep him busy, he may have a shot. I ain't gonna say he win, fuck that, but he'll have a shot. But I'll tell you this: I was watching this channel. He has a new YouTube channel, Edgar Berlanga, and I think they understand that they were simulating high altitudes to be able to get his wind back, because they know that he gasses out. So they're simulating high altitudes, and they got him around the clock doing it.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, hell yeah. So he could get his wind back. You know what I mean? He won't tire out. And they got him doing it. They have him doing it around the clock. It's on the latest video, like 8 minutes. It's only like 8 minutes, but they like giving the insight of his kid, and they showing that shit. Like, dude got him on it. Like, he was like, don't just sit there doing that shit. Watch TV. Talk to people. We need to have you in like real life situations so you can feel yourself get tired. Like, if you're talking while you got it in your mouth, you gonna get tired quick. learn how to control your breathing and shit. So they got him on it. So
because all going to high altitude is you're getting less oxygen out of the air.
Right.
Well, it's thinner.
So,
Yeah. So
it's
look,
thinner.
I'm of the
when
opinion
you come
that
back down to lower latitudes, there's more oxygen, so therefore it seems like, you know what I mean? You're not running out of puff, you know?
Right.
Slick, I'm of the opinion that someone's going to surprise Canelo soon. Because I'm not convinced, because Canelo hasn't, I don't know, last 3-4 fights, he hasn't really been in there with a real elite fighter.
Right.
So if by default you've lost some sharpness, and you're not as motivated and you're not preparing as well, and you're potentially underestimating your opponent, I don't know. I'm certainly not saying someone's going to come in and beat Canelo. What I'm going to say is there's going to be a moment in a fight where someone's going to actually ask him a question about whether, do you want to continue to fight and be fully motivated and committed, or is it time to walk away?
Right.
I'm just getting that sense, and it's only from watching and hearing things that,
I'm okay. I'm not really supposed to say nothing. I'm gonna put this little bit out. It's only 2 people in here on YouTube, so ain't nobody here to steal. I'm gonna say this: Netflix has the right to his retirement fight.
Yeah, righto.
Well, that'd line up with some of the other conversations that have been floating around in the last
So
week.
I'm gonna say that. Don't repeat it. I just said that at one time. But it's real. It's real. And they have those type of rights. Meaning it's coming soon.
Yeah.
So, and I got happy when I heard it because I'm hoping this Huh?
I want to see Canelo sit down once. Someone just,
hell yeah,
one good one in there and sit that fucker down.
Hell yeah.
Bivol hurt him, didn't he?
Yeah, Bivol had him hurt.
Yeah, but he's never sat down.
Bivol fought a smart fight. He wasn't gonna sit there and trade with him, but Bivol fought a smart fight. Even though I think that Canelo had nothing for Bivol, Bivol could have took more chances and really probably got him out of there if he wanted to. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but he's Canelo's never had a standing 8 count. He's never been down.
Nope.
I want to see that once.
It can happen. I think Benavidez can get it.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was just going to say. I think the only one I've seen that'd probably be able to do it would be Benavidez, but that's why Canelo ain't fighting him.
Yep, and I think he'll fight better. Beav ain't gonna never happen. He'll never fight him. He'll get it.
No,
better Beaver get it. Better Beaver get it. He'll knock him on his ass. Yeah. He'll knock him on his ass.
He's like fighting a Russian bear.
Right. All right, y'all, man. Now I'm gonna shut it down for this time, man. If I get home in time, I will definitely be on. Just this Saturday ain't no other fights on, so I would definitely be on for that or whatever. This Nikita fight is when? Is it tomorrow too?
Well, it's Wednesday here, so
yeah, it'll be Wednesday.
Yeah, that's
August 28th. August 28th.
There you go. That's hang on, just be careful, Slick. That'll be August 28th, our time, not your time.
Okay.
So that means
that's Tuesday. That's Tuesday for me.
No, but hang on. If it's on Wednesday night here, it'll be Wednesday morning for you.
Oh shit!
Because we're 12 hours ahead of you.
Okay.
Yeah.
It depends what time it comes. If it come on early in the morning, that's fine. If it come on like 9, 10, I'm up. I'm an early bird, dude. I get up about 7 o'clock every morning, even when I'm off. I'm a type of person where I feel like it's not enough light in the daytime, as my grandfather used to say. Shit, that shit go away quick as hell, So I be getting up early trying to get shit done and shit.
Well, Mark's the opposite.
I did this shit.
Gets in the middle of summer, he probably gets 14 hours worth of daylight over there.
Shit.
Yeah. It's growing season then.
I be needing it. That shit go fast here, man. But how y'all like the ticker down here? And it's legit news too, man.
Yeah, I've been reading that. That's good.
There's updates all the time, man. So I'm working on stuff, man. Working on stuff for the show, man.
The knockout. The knockout
the red
of the year.
No, the red. The red strip that's going across there.
Yeah, that's legit boxing news, bro. Everything's on it, updates and everything, man. I've been working on stuff. I don't know if y'all saw
tinkering.
Yep.
Tinkering away at it. Now, Slick.
Like the little topics that pop up on the side too, right there. Like that's what we talked about. You know, I'm working, y'all.
The only feedback I'll give you about that topics thing is when you've got lots of people up there sharing your conversation, right? For someone like looking on their phone or YouTube or something like that, if they're on live, their avatar is tiny. So sometimes it's hard to see if you don't recognize the voice or you're new to the channel who's actually talking. If you've got them small on the side, because you don't put your names next to them either, so you're just relying on everyone knowing everyone.
Good shit. Good shit. Okay.
Look, when someone
it's just a bit of feedback.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like
that's why
when someone was talking, you'd put them as big on the screen.
Yeah, last time that was me. That was me sliding. It doesn't do it automatic. Like if I slide.
I know it's extra work for you to fucking do, you know.
But no, it's all good. Now I know though. That's cool though. I'm glad you said that.
You can't see it.
No, I'm glad you said that though. So okay, so I can keep it like this.
But it doesn't matter for me and DJ because we know everybody's voice, but for new people,
right. Okay.
Or if you can put the name of their avatar in the bottom left-hand corner of their avatar,
it automatically does it like this, right?
Yeah.
And then for me, hold on, maybe I can do this. Hold on, yeah. See,
because
it'll cover my ticker.
It means at least someone can expand that image and see whose name it is.
That's
walking. Just have a play around with it.
Yeah, I gotta work it around because for me it covers the ticker up.
But
what I think I'll do is I'll just start sliding, switching people. It's not hard. You know what I mean? Like I just did that right there. It's not hard. I'll just start switching it that way.
Yeah, but you're always improving, Slick. So
yeah, man, I'm trying to make this. Like I say,
stuck around so long, man.
Right on. I appreciate y'all, man. Like I say, this is a legit show, man. I'm working for the people, man. Make this. You know what I mean? The quality, get the quality up.
You've got to be able to relax too, so you can't make everyone happy.
No. This is doing it on its own. This shit right here. Oh, I got another thing to show you guys too before you go. Check this shit out. You know how we be saying you know how we watch the fights on Saturday, and we say, I want. You know how everybody be like, who you gave that round to or whatever. I got a ticker for it. Check this shit out. See that in the corner?
Oh yeah, nice.
That is a counter. I can make it like if everybody agree we gave this to such. I could everybody gave it that round, and at the end of the fight we can. You know what I'm saying?
Is it? What's it mean by left and right? Are you going to call?
No, I could change the names. I'm gonna put the names there. I could change the names and everything. This is just the standard, but like as you see, the numbers change. If we say some woo got a court, we can give them that round. You know what I mean? And then when the end, they'll tally the rounds up.
That'll be awesome if Crawford fights Zoo.
Hell yeah, that'd be.
Then I'll come in there and start arguing with Punch.
Yeah, I'm actually having a look. I found it a couple of days ago, and I'm trying to work out how to do it. So part of my DAZN subscription allows me to have a watch party. Right.
Yeah.
What that means is then I can invite, I think, up to 5 other people, right? And I just become and it's private. So only those 5 people, you can still watch the fight. That's all not copyrighted or any of that sort of stuff. You can just have a private forum for 5 people to watch the fight if you've bought it under that watch party.
Oh, that's dope. That's dope.
Imagine the passion coming out of Punch when he knows he's in private space.
Right. Going crazy. He gonna be going crazy. No, that'd be cool. That'd be super dope. Because
that's where all the Riyadh seasons are going to be. They're going to continue to be on DAZN.
Yeah, they're going to be on DAZN. Yeah. Yep. to Netflix becoming that competition.
Bring your own exercise equipment. That's the only rule.
I burned mine tonight. I already knew I was. I was like, shit, I'm exercise all night, goddammit.
Is that straight liquor, Slick?
Yeah, no. It's
Mix it with apple
vodka
juice.
with a Monster.
Oh, right.
Yeah, I mixed it with a Monster. I got to pace myself when I'm on the show. Yeah, I can't drink spirit straight. Fuck that. You can't? What? I do all the time.
I do. That's mostly the only way I do it.
Yeah, if I'm on a show, I gotta I'll mix a Monster with it, or like a Sprite or something. But other than that, I drink everything straight.
The only thing I can drink straight is honey or wild turkey honey.
That's the shit.
And just shots. That's the shit. While drinking beers as well.
Yeah.
And smoking weed.
Yeah, but I gotta have ice. That wild turkey honey gotta be cold for me to drink it because it's so thick.
Yeah, but just in a shot glass, not a big glass like that. Just a shot glass.
But this is I put it here about halfway like this with some ice.
Yeah, I just don't like my drinks too sugary, regardless of what it is.
I like the wild turkey honey. It ain't bad, but like you say, I'm not the big mixing a whole lot of sweet shit with fucking liquor. That ain't me.
If I mix it, I use like a dry, like a, what do you call it? Dry ginger ale sort of thing. I can't do it with Coke. Right. Can't do it with Coke or lemonade or anything like that. That's just
right. I'll drink like if it's a brandy, I could take Coca-Cola and mix it with it, but it depends on the setting. See, if I'm at home, I'm drinking brandy straight. But if I'm around people or something, I'm just trying to take it easy. I'll mix probably a Coca-Cola with it, just sip on it, even though I don't like it, but I would do it. You know what I mean?
But the wild turkey honey with anything else sweet is just way too over the top.
It's too much. Yeah, it's already sweet enough. You drink that shit straight, your lips be sticky and every damn thing. That's how sweet it is. That's how sweet it is, bro. That's why I say I gotta have ice in it. It's too, you know what I'm saying? It's too much.
The old boys in my family will march you straight out of the house if you get caught putting any sort of soft drink in their good scotches.
No, you don't do that scotch.
They'll just march you straight out of the house. Get out.
Yeah, you don't do that.
You go down and buy some cheap bloody liquor and mix it. You're not mixing this stuff, so it's almost like an unspoken rule. And the only time you know about that rule is when you break it.
Right. And they do this. Get the fuck out.
Yeah.
All right, fellas, man. I'm gonna let y'all go, man.
Right, Slick. Next
all
time.
Right, y'all. Thank y'all for coming on. All right.
Thank you.
Appreciate y'all.
Bye. Thanks.
Yep. Albert 18 been going crazy in the chat. Salutes to you, Adam Hurley. What do you think? I already answered your question. Adam, opinions. Do you think Berlin have a chance? We answered that one. If Canelo do a fight like Triple G, not even fair. If he can't do that, Berlin has a puncher chance. Facts, Albert. I give you that one. Hey, I appreciate you, Albert. Come on through. I appreciate that you subscribed. Keep coming back. Everybody that's in the chat, keep coming back. I hope y'all like the new aesthetics that I added. Your boy working hard, like I say, designing everything on the ticker. I can't help but say this over and over. Man, this was work right here. This was work. This ticker down here, bro, was work. I didn't have to type the stuff in, but to get it to work was work. So all those topics down there is pretty dope. I ain't gonna lie, I've been reading it. It's constantly changing. And these are all my socials here. For people who are like, why don't you have your socials on your screen? There he is right there. And we gonna have the topics up. You know what I'm saying? As long as there's enough topics, but we'll have them up right there. Coming right here. Yeah, there he is. Boom. We talked about all that in case y'all missed it. Other than that, I'm your boy Slick 50, man. I appreciate each and every one of y'all. Man, y'all make my Fridays fun and shit. Saturdays fun and shit. And I've been drinking. Let me quit playing with y'all. Nah, for real though. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, man. I am your boy Slick 50, man. And guess what, y'all? I'm up out of here. And you've been watching the Judges Table, y'all. Deuces.